Hey, everybody, welcome to the Geek Vault. It is your boy Dre, and I am with two special guests tonight. I'm with my boy Scott and my brother JMC Collects Joe. We are in for
What's
Joe.
up,
You
brother?
said it perfect. Say it again. It's War Games, baby.
War Games!
We are ready,
Damn
folks.
right, I'm excited.
Two rings, 8 to 10 wrestlers, tons of returns. I'm
And a lot
excited.
of blood,
We're watching
hopefully.
it. Well, we hope good returns.
We
So,
hope
Right.
for blood, too.
so a little disclaimer for you guys that are going to be tuning in, watching with us. If you have Peacock, which is the legal way to watch this, you can watch it along with us. But we cannot put it on the stream because it will get us copyrighted, and we don't want that. So, but we can have the audio in the background. So right now I have the other laptop muted while we're on here. So, but it's going to be muted for now because I want to just kind of talk a little bit over because it's the opening stuff before the entrances happen.
So is my speakers messing you up?
No, I don't
Can you
even
hear
hear
that?
your stuff.
Okay.
I don't hear you at all.
Okay,
So
good.
the object is we wanted you guys to kind of just sit along, enjoy this with us. It's our first time doing this. It's my first time actually getting these two guys. If they're enjoying several of their content on their podcast, which you need to be watching it. We'll be mentioning at the end of this. Tune into their stuff. It is really funny. They are two great guys, two great comic book nerds, and two fellow brothers in the collecting community that you guys need to be talking to and following. Oh,
Fucking Ozzy Osbourne, dude. Look at this. Ozzy Osbourne. Now, you know they got my heart already with Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, you had to have it because they didn't do really anything for Halloween except for Halloween Havoc, and that was an NXT event.
Dude, I remember having the black light when I was a kid with the Ozzy Osbourne, like, velvet posters. Shit, man. Remember that, Scott?
I do. Well, look, and you remember now that Triple H is back, he's a metalhead. So you're going to get. You're going to get.
And don't get me wrong, I love rap. I love 90s rap, 80s rap, but for wrestling, you need something heavy and dark and mean and something to get you pumped up. And this is what fucking Ozzy Osbourne does.
You need to be angry. You need to be
yes,
I said. I'm a little confused with this whole heel and face thing because I don't know if you heard about this. I listen to Jim Cornette's podcast. I love.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
my wife hates it because he cusses too much, but I love it because I
love Jim Cornette.
Real, and I love listening to him.
Actually, Scott got me listening to Jim Cornette a lot more. To be honest,
he's the only podcast right now. Him and Keeping It Real with Conan, they're the two best podcasts out there. Because Talk Is Jericho is biased, so is all the other ones.
Yeah, and you know what? AEW, me and Scott are big AEW haters, and I gave it a chance, but we gave it a chance, but we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it, man.
I rep them. I have to.
We couldn't do it.
Wrong with that. Look, everybody likes what they like, and I respect it. There's just I look for a little bit more.
Oh no, there's definitely they need help. They're thinking.
They need help. If they get the help, if it was as good as it was during the pandemic, I would be all in again. No pun intended.
But here's the problem: the elite. And I'll say this very honestly, and I know we're doing a WWE stream, but right now the logic is the elite control, and the elite in Chris Jericho control the narrative.
Yeah,
that's the sad part of what's going down. CM Punk was their money draw. You have Maxwell Jacob Freeman as the heavyweight champ, and he did not come after winning the belt. That to me is your first return show home.
Yeah.
Your world champion was not there.
Yeah,
why not?
Well, he was on the scene of a movie, to be honest, like they said, but he should definitely be there for the show after the pay-per-view. There's no way in hell he should not be there.
Exactly.
You should either move the show to Thursday or Friday or.
You could have done a simulcast. You could have done a simulcast of him just being on set and interview him. You know,
he is on a Hollywood set, for the love of God. You think they got a camera?
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody got some access to the Wi-Fi.
There's ways of doing it, but you know what? He's going to WWE anyway in 2024, so I can't wait to see him there.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot. There's a lot going on with that, with behind the scenes of how people are miserable. Because like, what was it? I was watching the Super Tag League today because I told you I was preparing. So I watch wrestling and I'm a big wrestling head. I watch everything. So I was watching New Japan today, and Super Junior Tag League came up, and apparently Chase Owens came out and said Bullet Club at Wrestle Kingdom in January will be facing FTR.
Ooh.
That was like amazing because it's FTR right now. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna put this out there. Best tag team on the planet right now.
Agreed.
Right now,
Wholeheartedly agree.
Best workers.
The closest you'll get to those 80 old school wrestling.
Yeah, and when I watch them, it brings me back Ole and Arn Anderson. And the Minnesota Wrecking Crew was the fucking tag team back in that early 80s, mid 80s, and 90s. Well, until they, until Tully Blanchard took over for Ole, and then they were, in my opinion, the best tag team. But look at this; they're starting off with Becky Lynch right off the fucking bat.
That's good though. All right, let me get the volume up here.
They're not messing around. The cage is down.
Messing around, dude. And she's not wearing that. Well, she does have a corny costume on a little bit, but not like she did before. I think she's back to the man because it says the man right there. I can't wait to see.
They need to be the man, not main event, not big time backs. That was stupid. But you gotta remember, her husband is a face right now, and he's a champion. He is the champion because we don't have a title, the main title on Raw. So the U.S. Championship is the belt. So your husband is the face of Raw.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's a baby face yet. He's kind of in the middle.
Oh, he's over. He's beyond.
Big time.
He's beyond over. They even said Bobby Lashley on the internal documents is rated as a baby face, but he's doing heel promos. He's looking to rebuild the Hurt Business as a heel faction. You know.
Oh, this is a new. Did they do this before where they're in the cage?
Wait, look at her hair. Look at her hair. Look at her hair.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know.
Black Roses.
Now that since they're doing this first, at least they took the tutu off of her, thank goodness. But if she's locked in that cage, I have a funny feeling Bray's gonna come out, man. I have a funny feeling.
Well, Bray right now, they got him tied up in a lot. He's got some heat because of the whole LA Knight thing.
Yeah, I just think I don't see Alexa Bliss she's been like taking herself away from this match so much. It's like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, are they trying to pull her towards Bray again? I don't know. Behind the scenes.
Well, look at her makeup. Look at her hair. She got the black roses that was part of the Sister Abigail crown, and then her makeup is all dark. Now Alexa Bliss is also very, very pale. She's beautiful. Don't get it twisted. But oh come on, Mia Yim. Really? Do we have to go back to? I mean, I love you, Mia Yim, but we don't even call you. Was it Micah?
No, they call her Meechin. But they still call her Mia Yim too, so that's good. I'm okay with that. If they change the name, I'm pissed.
Well, we had Meechin was on the website for
it was on the website because they had her face and it said Meechin. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, but they just announced her as Meechin Mia Yim. So
okay, so I'm with that.
I'm okay with that.
They did that. I mean, by the way, that was Mia Yim's request. She came up with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think they gave her a lot more creative control because she didn't have any in Impact when she went back.
Yeah.
No, zero.
Who might show up?
She was wrecking.
I think I have a feeling. I know who might show up tonight. And this
Chelsea?
is my Chelsea Green is one for the ladies.
Chelsea Green, I'm
thinking Nick Aldis.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
He can't do anything until January, no?
He as of right now he can't. But showing up somewhere, he can show up in the crowd.
But you know what?
Do you actually think?
January,
you think WWE can't give them $1 million to get the fuck out? Forget that damn shit.
Billy Corgan's floundering in NWA. He'll take the money.
They could, but do you want to set that precedent?
They could use the money though.
Tyrus is the heavyweight champion of NWA.
That's not a good idea. Well, you know why they did that? Because he's on Fox News or whatever.
Yeah, and he has a sexual offense against him for
Wow.
because he was trying to supposedly flirt with one of the announcers, and she did not take to it, and now she's gotten the lady got let go.
Well, think about it. There's no sense in being stupid unless you know it.
This was a
And
savior. I was so glad. Off topic, I'm glad they brought Nikki Cross back her gimmick.
Oh
She
my
needed
God!
it.
You know who else is going to be coming back? Oh, you know who else will be coming back soon with their real name is I think Dewdrop. Getting rid of that Dewdrop shit because she's been off TV for a while, and I think
And they gave her a figure. They gave her an elite. In the latest line,
well,
she's
they
named
also
the
gave
elite.
Logan Paul an elite. So what?
No,
does that
he's
tell
getting
you?
an ultimate. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
He's getting an
Well,
ultimate.
he's been ultimate. Yeah.
Which is
I
ridiculous.
don't think he needs to have that yet either. He needs to pay his dues first.
you have some strong feelings, Joe.
I
about
do.
this
I'm
name.
pissed. Actually,
Rhea Ripley's
that may
curling
be
the
part-
bar, bro. She's just doing pull-ups.
that may be
Let's
part
hear
of my loose cannon. You never know. Who knows?
Oh, geez.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite member of this faction of Damage Control is Io Shirai because her husband is evil. I'm sorry. I love evil Watanabe from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm a mark for him, so I love her. She's so cool.
Did you know that she's my favorite too? But did you know her sister, and Asuka used to have a faction in Japan?
Yep, in Stardom.
Yep. And that was pretty cool. And actually, she looks like a twin of her sister. So they may. Yes. I don't know how many years apart they are, but
if you ever go back and watch
really
any of those Stardom matches online, dude, they would beat the shit out of each other. I mean, it was stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women matches in Japan, like that Kairi Sane match, was awesome for her to become the first IWGP Women's Champion.
Dude, that ending was unreal.
Oh,
it was.
This is kind of interesting.
100%.
This is kind of interesting. They're starting Dakota Kai against Bianca.
Well, that's because they have the woman advantage. Well, the captain Bailey's the captain for Damage Control, so I guess we're gonna be, Bianca's also, be realistic. She's a true athlete. This is a decathlete, an Olympian. She's actually, shout out to my boy, to my boy Montez, and to my homegirl Kiara, because that's her brother, and I'm friends with her brother, with her sister, with everything. So their whole family, I'm friends with them. So I'm a Bianca Belair mark because I'm friends with the family.
I have never been a Bianca Belair fan, to be honest with you, but I know she's a great athlete. I just don't. I don't know. There's something about, I don't know, like the promos and all that I just don't. I don't get with,
She needs a little bit more time. A little bit more time this season.
But you know what? She's with the right group for that. She doesn't have to stand out in any way. She just has to play her role, and that's
right.
Right. Exactly right, bro. She's in that. She's in the perfect position because Asuka is the loud one. Yeah. Alexa is the pretty one.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater at all. I'm just like,
Thank God they got Becky, because if you had to look at it, who would have been the choice? Dana Brooke. And Dana Brooke is pretty, but Jesus, that lady can't wrestle for shit.
No, fuck no. If they would have brought her into this, I probably would have fucking canceled.
You could have put a bag of potatoes with a blonde wig out there.
You could have put an epic bag of Doritos out there.
Look, I'm not trying to say anything, I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but man, she wrestles like a bag of wet cement.
Dude, I've seen a bag of kittens wrestle better than she does.
Dude, if I want beautiful, there's a lot of websites for that. I don't want that. I want somebody to go in there and kick some ass and give me some blood.
Well, Becky does that. Becky does that, bro.
Blood all of a sudden? Who hurt you?
It's the horror thing.
He
has the zombie, the vampires, and the clone Jesus fighting him. So he has to I think that's what's helping get this bloodlust.
Good Lord,
I need some. I don't need blood. I don't need blood every match like AEW, but I need a little bit of blood, man. In a war game.
Oh Jesus, that did not look nice.
No, she missed that kick too, and it looked like shit.
They've already had 2 botches. I've already counted 2. My botch meter's at 2. We had Dakota Kai miss that roll, the side where she was going to try to roll her up.
I like that. We officially have a botch meter.
Oh yeah, we should. I wish I could do that. So folks, there's a
Bot
botch
counter.
meter. Yeah, there's 2 now. Boop, boop.
What you need is a dry erase board behind you, and then as they go on,
My God,
tick
next.
marks.
At
Yeah.
the Rumble, we're doing that.
We'll go old
Yes.
school.
Rumble, we're gonna
At
do
the-
that.
We could do this
Uh-huh.
again at the Royal Rumble for sure. Because you know what? That's another exciting pay-per-view.
Oh, that's my
Oh,
favorite.
man.
And I'm telling
of
you
my
now, I already know
favorites.
who's winning it. I already
Hey.
know who's winning it.
Let's set it up. We're gonna do it again, right? All 3 of us. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Yep.
That's most def.
We already know who's winning the Rumble, but it's still going to be fun because of all
Oh,
the surprises.
Because look, I got
But me and Scott watched WrestleMania together in the same house. So
That's it.
yeah, I got that too. Yeah, it's cool. Do you
Can
have
we
both
just
of
say-
them? Do you have
no,
both
I
of
got
them?
this. I only found this one. Can we just say this is the guy who's winning it, folks? And that's the
Yep.
guy
That's
who
the
I want to win it?
That's the Walmart one. So you got to go to Target and get the other one.
They've none of my target, bro. My targets
No?
have been so bad.
I'll look out for you, brother.
I
I'll
appreciate
see.
you.
Yeah.
Because, dude, my targets have been so dry that, like, even for the when I found that Wakanda Forever Black Panther Shuri, I found the one and I cracked the box open to make sure the figure was still in the box.
Yeah. My targets have been stacked lately. Stacked.
I wish.
Oh my God, mine have
Now,
been
it's
like.
funny. They're stacked for my kids and the wife. Anything that they've needed, I was able to get them. Me?
But they're stacked with things that I wouldn't necessarily buy. But like T3 said, "Wow, your target is stacked. Like there's a lot of shit there that I want."
I wish.
Yeah, man. They even have helmets at my target now, so it's
Ooh.
weird, man.
The one that's an hour away from me has the helmets. And that's one that I tried. I can't go too often because it's an hour away.
You know,
I
it's
don't really
funny. The
like
one that's
drive.
45 minutes from me is the one that has the helmets here too.
Look
But
at that.
I still call that my target because I love that target the best.
Is that the one in
Ozzy.
North Hamilton?
Bel Air.
Oh, all the way down. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there's 2 in Bel. Well, there's one in Bel Air and one in
Hi, Mama.
what's
I'm
the
talking
little
to my
town right
friend.
by Bel Air? There's 2 targets like about a mile from each other.
Yeah, one's in Bel Air, one's in Abingdon.
Yes, the one in Bel Air is the
Ooh,
one that is
ooh,
always stacked
ooh.
to the fucking gills.
Oh!
There she comes,
Jesus.
the genius of the sky.
Yo, she got her back raked on that. Oh, there's my girl. Come on, EO. Come on, EO. I want to
Come
see you
on.
climb.
I want to see her sister show up.
That's never going to happen.
my
Fuck
little one
everybody
now,
up.
she's all excited. She's like, let's go. Let's go.
Wouldn't that be crazy if her sister did show up? I mean, I don't.
That would be dope.
They had a
They-
hell of a
they-
feud, by the way, when they were in Stardom.
Yeah,
The two of them.
when they were with
T3, what's
Asuka
up,
together,
brother?
it was awesome. Huh?
T3, he dropped a comment. He said, I'm just dropping by to say hi, having our official Thanksgiving. Well, thank you, T3. We appreciate the love and support, brother. You are just like I said to you the other day, privately, I'll say it on here. You are a pillar of the community, and you really are about the love and support to everybody. So we up here appreciate you, man.
T3 is a big reason why I'm here today. Well,
Yeah, look,
not on Earth, but like part of this community, and I appreciate him. So thanks for stopping by, brother. I was
Well,
telling
appreciate
you earlier.
he's been a huge supporter of our podcast since we started too.
Yeah, he's a huge support of everything I do, and I appreciate him. I love him. He's my brother.
Oh! Now,
Damn.
see, that's not a botch. That was beautiful. That was beautifully timed, and she
Whoa.
was placed where it didn't look like it was set up.
I'll tell you what, the Dakota Kai is a badass wrestler too.
She is, but she's botching too much. Like she's. I feel like she's not. I
won't call you
think
that,
she wants to
T3.
avoid getting hurt because she's accident prone to get hurt.
There's a botch.
Oh, there's a third botch.
Yeah, there's a
I
botch.
missed it. I missed it.
It was at the 127 on the clock. EO in the corner.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
There's the
Just
third
a
one.
tad ahead of you.
Yeah, you guys are like 3 seconds ahead of me, so I just saw the botch that you just called.
Yeah. I was like, there's,
You have Peacock.
we're chilling out. We're
yo.
chilling out here on the cock this evening.
Exactly. We're on, like, as Jim Cornette would say, on the cock.
Yes.
War Games, the match beyond is going to start soon.
Yeah.
We got a little bit before that.
Well, you know, I like old school, man.
Ooh. Damn.
So do we think Shotzi's gonna win?
No.
Fuck no.
I want to believe she should. Oh, That was potential botch
Dre,
4.
Dre,
Potential botch 4.
Hey, Dre, we already had one pathetic champion
Nikki
with
ASH.
Liv Morgan. We don't need another one.
See, I didn't think it was that
Liv
pathetic.
wasn't terrible. She wasn't good, but
She wasn't terrible, but
easy.
it wasn't believable.
Listen,
There's
she
no
was easy
way.
on the eyes. She was easy on the eyes.
Yes, a lot of them are, but there's no way that they can get in the ring with Ronda or Shayna and ever win. So it's unbelievable to me how there's no way she's gonna win this tonight. I guarantee it.
I think we got a botch. I think we got an injury to Io. Something happened to her hand.
Here comes this crazy bastard.
Her left hand. I think she hurt her left hand.
Yeah, because she's not over on that other side.
Yeah, she was like rubbing her hand, and she's down on her hand. Yeah, something's up. I think Io hurt her.
Oh, there she is. She's back.
There's Asuka. Ooh, Jesus.
He is good. Oh, look at it. This is the moment, man. This is the moment.
Listen, she got about maybe 6 or 7 minutes before that hand starts swelling up.
Did you hear what he said?
On it? No, what did he say?
He said tag team partner from back in Japan.
Oh, yeah, they've been doing that. They've been doing that a lot lately because they're trying to harken back.
I love that. Acknowledge the shit, man. Come on. People aren't stupid. No.
Rory, give me 1 second. Let me get my little one. I'll be right back.
He'll be right back after these messages.
After these important messages.
But yeah, man, I love the fact that they just acknowledged these two as a tag team. You would never get that with VKM, man. Never in a million years.
No. Without a doubt. You're 100%.
Honestly, I think Io. I like Io a lot more than I like Asuka, to be honest with you. What's up, buddy? Look at the strength of Bianca, man. She is a beast, man. You know, I'm not a Bianca hater by any means, man, but I know she needs time. I just wish they wouldn't have gave her the belt so fast. She needs time to progress.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think if they would have waited another year, it would have been a lot more special because she is a special athlete. If you look at her and Jade Cargill, you can see a distinct difference where Bianca is a lot more advanced because she's in WWE and they know what to do with her. But Jade Cargill, I wish WWE didn't turn her down because they could have made her something special as well. Because she's a beast too, man.
No,
I just don't think AEW knows what to do with some of these people. They don't have enough time on their 2-hour show to do anything with these guys.
Well, obviously.
But here comes this crazy fucking. I love her. Oh shit. Come on, smack one of them in the head with that. We need some blood in this bitch. Come on. Oh, that wasn't good enough. She's getting a couple of them. And I kind of like what they're doing with the Viking Raiders, too. So, here we go. We might got some blood on Asuka that time. Who knows?
Good Lord. You are just a mark for blood.
I'm a mark for blood, man, because I haven't had it so long in WWE, and it's the fucking bloody nose. I need something. I need that old school, like, really thin skin on the forehead type shit. I need that. We don't get that anymore.
Yeah, look, you're not wrong.
I'm just being candid. Maybe Doudrop will pop out from under the ring and say, I'm Piper Niven, bitches. Ain't no Doudrop here.
Doudrop don't live here no more.
Doudrop done moved out. Piper Niven is here. She's beating her with her fucking jacket. I'm so
back.
glad. Dude, I'm so glad that superhero shit is gone.
Well, I mean, remember who her husband is.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know her husband is the big hairy Irishman.
Right.
Right.
Oh, we got some, as Dusty Rhodes just said, we got some plunder. We got some plunder.
We got some plunder up in here.
Look at that.
Funky like a monkey.
Let's
The
see. They still
American
have the woman
dream, Dusty
advantage. So right
Rhodes.
now, I think the last one. I think Joe, you might be right. We might see Sasha might come in. Like Alexa might be the last one. Bray takes her.
No, Alexa just came in. You're behind.
Oh.
But I can tell you what. Hey, but I can tell you what. She does a lot better in that than she does that fucking tutu they put on her. So
I'm
glad
sorry.
she's
I'm
back.
distracted. I like short women. My wife is like 5'2", so they're the same height.
My wife's 5'4". I like short women, and I cannot lie.
See, Joe, another thing we got in common. Hi, Mama. You drinking your juice? Thank you. I'm glad you're happy. Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody also, when y'all watch my videos, y'all hear that there's Elmo in the background. Get over yourselves, because guess what? I have a 2-year-old in the house that likes to watch Elmo, and some days it dominates. Exactly. No, because I had people complain in my chat before. They were like, "Well, you have Elmo." I'm like, I don't give a shit. You don't like it, then you can leave my video.
You don't like it, don't watch.
Exactly. The algorithm. Hey, the algorithm caught you for the 3 seconds you watched my video.
Ain't gonna change. Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't want you here. It just
Look,
means that, hey,
we appreciate everybody that watches, but if you're gonna bitch, we don't need you. Peace out.
exactly. I have a 2-year-old that likes to watch. That we I don't have the office is not like on the other side of our house. When we get the new place, Jesus Christ, she just broke it over her leg. Give her credit. Ooh, she got a scream of sticks now. Beat her. Oh, Nikki, why are you going up top? This is not safe.
Nikki, you know that's one rule. That's one rule I don't like. Not about this, but a regular cage matches, you can escape or go out the door over the top. I don't like that shit.
You know, Nikki's sitting up there just watching this. You remember that time that Alexa was doing the evil Alexa, and and they did that premium event, and she literally stood on the turnbuckle for like 2/3 of the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was creepy as shit, but it was like, this is really pointless.
When
See,
I always she has a ricochet spot, like where she just goes like, "Fuck it," and just throws herself.
Here we go.
I always thought that, and Nikki was supposed to be the original Sister Abigail, but it never worked out. I wish it would have, but I think she would have been perfect for it.
Oh, Lord Jesus! Somebody. Oh, Bianca caught that right in the mush.
Oh, cameraman, you are good.
Yeah, he is doing real good work.
He's doing a good job tonight.
Yeah, he is staying right there.
Oh, jeez.
Cameraman.
Ask Scott about the woohoo all the way up to fucking Monster Mania.
God, I swear, if we were ever to broadcast those conversations in the car, we wouldn't be allowed on the platform.
We'd be thrown off of every platform there is.
You know how many times I say the same thing when me and my boy we were on a road trip to go to a wrestling show in Atlanta for 3 hours. And we were just talking about wrestling, and the amount of potty words that flew out of our mouths and the conversations, how degenerated they got. It's just like I said, Chris, you know, I love you, Chris, but if we ever were on a podcast, they would bleep every other word out of our mouths.
We only had an hour.
Damn.
Hey, Dre, get the tables.
Get the tables.
And we destroyed it. We insulted everyone and everything, including Italians. And I'm one of them.
Nothing was off limits in that conversation.
That's the best part.
You know, it's funny, Joe.
But we got to the front of the line on everything that day, baby.
Because we had Rick. Rick's an MVP.
We had Rick.
Well, it's funny is I was with Rick last week, this past week, right?
Yeah.
And literally we were replaying that whole thing about that busted looking Freddy Krueger cosplayer that you called Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. We had a fun time, man. I you know what? That was a good time. That was a good day at that Monster Mania Con, dude.
Oh, they're gonna start doing
the
We got
best
a table.
part is my frames for my autographs come in tomorrow from Amazon.
Oh, nice.
So tomorrow that's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna spend Monday setting up the new podcast room.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing today. Like I was telling Joe, and I'll tell you, I got up early this morning, and I've been getting up early every morning.
I'm right back.
And me and Joe were messaging each other, and I was like, he's like, "What are you up to?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm getting pumped about today." And I was like, my wife has been telling me, Andre, you need to work on the office because I gave her, there's some bookshelves in the office here that are hers. And I was like, okay, I'll work on it eventually. I got up this morning and I was like, you know what? I got some energy. I'm going to work on it. And I spent 3 hours in here, like moving furniture, putting stuff in the kitchen, to then come back out. And I just kept running back and forth. And my little one, she was asleep on the couch. And eventually she woke up, and I put Elmo on for her. And then I get back into working. And I was like, I look at the backdrop and I was like, this is exactly what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to have something more cohesive that looks nice. And, because people were telling me, like, Dre, I don't need to see your Mercari boxes. Like, we don't need to see your product you're getting rid of. And I was like, you're right. And it makes me feel like it's not professional looking.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely top notch, man. It looks fantastic.
I appreciate you. Thank you. It's going to look better because I got more figures to put up, because I got like my favorite right here. One of my favorite anime statues, my Hatsune Miku that my sister got me.
Oh, nice.
So I got to put her up. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's her from Clover Girl, the song Clover Girl.
Okay.
So I love this. My sister, I couldn't beat the song, so she found the statue of her in the outfit when I beat the song and gave it to me as a Christmas gift. So
yeah, I have some figures that Joe and I got at a convention last weekend that I'm going to plan on putting up in.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just literally just for Black Friday, I ended up getting the classic Black Panther.
Oh, I love it.
Marvel Legend. He looks dope. And then I got her, Shuri.
Of course.
And then I have I don't really have anything, no other figures, because there wasn't a lot of figures to find. I got a short trooper, which I ended up selling to our boy Luis. Oh no. They're putting that table. Mia Yim's just like getting all the plunder.
Mm-hmm.
Or Meechin's all about. I feel like the two most injury-prone people in this match are not even Becky. It's Bailey and Jesus.
Yo, you just saw the Meechin with the trash can, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was fantastic. Yeah, you're probably about 6 or 7 seconds behind us.
Which is fine to me. I'd rather be 6 seconds behind you guys than like a whole 5 minutes, because that's happened on some streams I've seen where like one guy is literally like almost a whole minute behind.
I'm back, bitches.
I'm back. Enjoy yourself.
I'm back.
You just missed a great move, by the way. Mia Yim just absolutely destroyed.
Oh, did you see that?
Yes.
That Hurricane Rana, that was dope.
I see a lot of moonshine going on. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I feel like they told them wear these type of pants.
Hey, if you ever watch a Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm match, you're in for some good show. Mm-hmm. Am I lying on that one?
I don't know. I won't watch AEW.
See, I will. I will.
Live from LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was watching old Eli Drake videos the other day on Facebook.
He's great.
He's just so awesome. I'm so glad they let him do that character.
Oh,
Yeah, Eli Drake. Yeah.
hi,
Oh,
Mamacita.
there's a table getting set up. This will not be. Oh well.
Oh, there is so much plunder and chaos. I do agree. Jamie Hayter is beautiful. First off, people need to stop hating on her because she's a beautiful woman and she
I
can
like
fight.
her. I like her a lot.
I like it.
I
Tony
just
Storm's
can't.
another one too.
I can't wait until not to take this away from WWE or nothing, but I can't wait till Hater and Dr. Britt Baker have a feud. I will watch that.
That's coming. That's on the pipeline.
That's coming real fast because DMD's not taking backseat to anybody.
Oh my God.
Did anybody happen to listen to Cornette's review of the Britt Baker Soraya match?
Yes, I love it.
Oh God, it was so good.
I have not, but I can tell you right now, it sucked.
It was so good.
You need to listen to his review because he has no fucks to give.
That fucking match was terrible, dude.
Oh.
Everybody gives her props for coming back, but you don't need to be back. You don't need to do this to yourself.
Oh. Chain reaction superplexes. I love this.
She needs to go visit the guy from the New Day again. That's what she needs to do.
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods, exactly.
Well, he's not married. He was married. He wasn't married when they were together. He's not. He's now married. So no.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Why did they bring in? I don't understand why Rhea's last.
Because Rhea hasn't wrestled in like a year because of the concussion.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
I do like that they let her wear short pants now instead of the long because of the tattoos. Because McMahon didn't want her to show all the tattoos.
Again, McMahon was a man of a bygone era.
Fucking dick, man.
Damn, that drop kick! That's a very proper. Oh,
that knee.
That drop kick and then the headbutt.
Yeah. Oh. I'll tell you what, though, I am looking forward to Rhea versus Bianca.
Oh,
that's going to be a great when that actually gets to happen. I'm looking forward to that one.
And they were also teasing Becky versus Rhea this past Friday.
Well, that's another one too that needs to happen.
That'll be next.
Yeah,
that'll be the first. That'll be Becky's first feud.
That'll probably be Royal Rumble.
That's my future wifey.
Who's that? Alexa?
Ryan Cabrera's wife. Miss Cabrera.
Yep.
And it's funny, I don't like blondes. I dated many of them, but
you don't like what?
Blondes.
Ah. Well,
even though granted, both my daughters are light brown hair.
If it makes you feel any better, she's not a real blonde.
I know, she's like a brunette.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the dominatrix type outfit that Rhea's wearing. What's with
because that's what she's into. Like outside of wrestling, that's like her go-to. She's very
Buddy Matthews, he's having fun.
Buddy Matthews beat up Buddy Matthews, and plus first off, she was dating a black guy for a long time, and that ended. She was dating this black guy from Australia, and I found out like that went south really quick. Like something happened there because she was getting a lot of negative like feedback online about her having an interracial relationship and what are you doing?
Just wait. There's a payoff.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I'm like, you just running the ropes.
She was getting her cardio in.
I was saying.
All right, so we got Becky left. Oh,
I think Becky needs to come in here with a shotgun and just shoot people.
So
Becky's got like one half of an '80s era LOD,
Yeah, so Becky's still wearing that bullshit. I don't like that.
Listen. She's the mom. She's the mom.
Yeah.
I respect her.
She's the bomb. Sasha's better.
Oh, what are you screaming for? You're not even watching wrestling. You watching Elmo's Christmas. Relax.
I'll be honest though. I'm not a huge Sasha fan.
Really?
I am, and it's partially because she's into anime.
She's probably my favorite women's wrestler ever. Because
Oh,
Some of the biggest like matches ever.
here comes the man.
Oh no!
With that
Oh,
fucking slap on her shirt. What the fuck is that?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Joe,
Buddy, I'm talking about
Yeah.
you good boy, man. Good boy.
Come on, Becky. Come on, Becky. Let's go. I would be evil if I was Triple H and surprise them all. Like put a cage on the top of, put a ceiling on it so they can't leave.
Yeah.
Go,
No
Becky.
escape, bitches.
Up.
Ooh.
Oh, get out of my face. Bam.
I just want to see, Becky and Rhea now. Come on, let's go.
It's coming.
I
Oh
know.
shit, she's kicking everybody. She got kicks for days.
Oh.
Io's barely standing up.
Oh, right in the lap.
She's greater.
For EO.
She's greater.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Oh, into the ladder.
Oh.
Oh, Watanabe's not gonna like that.
Oh.
Oh.
Cross. Oh, in the trash.
Oh, that was brilliant. Just wait a couple more seconds. There's another good spot coming.
And oh, yes.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
They
don't know,
need to
but
put this
look.
in the video game.
Look,
Please,
Io-
WWE, your next video game, put this
Io
shit in it.
Io Shirai and trash cans do not mix well.
Oh God, because she's the mistress of the sky, not the terror of the ground.
Not the
No.
terror of the trash.
Exactly, she's trash right now.
She's the female version of Duke the dumpster Drosy.
Oh God,
Jesus.
that's a throwback for y'all kids that don't know Duke the Dumpster.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
man.
his ass.
Google it, kiddies.
And remember Nails?
Oh God.
Oh,
No,
my
Aldo
God.
Montoya, the Portuguese man of war.
Nails.
Oh.
Actually,
Savio Vega.
Nails is one
Hey,
Hasbro.
Savio's still wrestling. He's in MLW.
Yeah.
I need his Hasbro.
I loved it because he was one of the first figures I remember as a kid that had a Puerto Rican flag on it, and I had him.
Who's that?
Savio Vega.
Oh, yeah.
Because I used to have those old.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
first off, I got to take a second to say, is it me or does Bailey look like she got busted in the mouth? Because her face is swollen up.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Something happened
Here we
up
go.
in Bailey's face. Because like her whole left and right side of her face is just like swole.
Oh shit.
No. No.
I think
Headbutt.
Rhea's the baddest bitch out
Oh
here.
yeah. She's a man, bro. She's a pretty man.
I need to
Bailey,
get a good
stop.
look at
Just
Bailey.
stay down, Bailey.
Can you imagine if she pinned fucking Becky?
No, Oscar, yeah, save her. I think the
I'm
oldest
gonna
one in this match. I think the oldest person in this match is Oscar.
There's no way they're letting Becky get pinned in this.
Oh no, Becky's not losing this match.
No.
If anybody gets pinned,
Like,
it's gonna be Bianca to set up
or
the
Nick
feud,
Cross
Or
some
Alexa.
shit.
or it's somebody on the other team.
Well, with Becky coming back, I can't see the good
Who's
guy. I
in
can't see her team losing.
Okay, that was fantastic.
That
Muda
was.
callback.
Oh, hey Malachi.
Yeah, it looks like I'll be honest. I didn't notice the paint on her on Rhea before.
Yeah.
It's a little call out to Buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little call out to Malachi Black. Yep.
and the House of Black.
The house of
Yeah,
Black.
Bailey, something's up with her. So
Now, if
she
they would
looks-
just put
she
them
looks
on
thrown
Dynamite
out.
instead of on Rampage, we'd be
Yeah, I'm
doing
kind of seeing. I'm seeing it a little bit.
First off, let's just mention quickly that the Dark Order failed on all levels, and they finally gave Preston Vance, their best member, who looks the most athletic of the group.
10.
10.
He turned on him. didn't
Hey,
he?
where's your
Spoiler.
cup? You guys didn't watch it? It started. It was at 4:30 on Friday.
I don't know if
Come on.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'll be
if
right back. Let me
I
get
don't
my
know
little
if
one.
Bailey's swollen or that's just her face.
She does have a bit of a pudgier face, but
I'm just saying.
I definitely think there's something. I think it's looks a little different.
Where you going, EO? There's no escape.
Isn't it escape or pinfall?
I thought it was pinfall or submission. Bless you, my brother.
Thank you.
Oh, she's beating her with a damn tree.
Here comes a high risk spot. This isn't going to end well.
This is going to be like the triple.
Potential botch alert.
Oh, here we go.
Didn't they do this in at Crown Jewel?
They do this every fucking goddamn pay-per-view.
Yep, they did this at Crown Jewel, dude. Oh!
Now, how choreographed can it get? Come on.
Oh, it's choreographed enough.
But it don't matter.
EO is stuck. EO is stuck in the top.
Twisted Bliss.
Oh, not Alexa. Hi, beautiful girl. I'm
There's a
watching wrestling. What are you doing? You saying hi to my friends Joe and Scott? And then you drinking your juice? Okay.
All right.
That's her thing. She loves to come and just show herself. Uh-oh, EO's going to fly.
Ooh.
Wait, we got to set up.
Oh, my goodness. What a maneuver.
No botch, though.
Oh, she doesn't botch. She doesn't botch that.
Nah.
She's too good at doing moonsaults.
Oh, we have our first holy shit.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think we got an injury. Yeah, we got an injury.
Who do you think?
Bianca, her knee.
Did they throw the X?
Buckled. Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't see an X. I didn't see an X, but I did see the ref went up to his microphone to say something to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she fell backwards on it. Look, it's the right one.
Yep.
Yeah, her knee's bad. Something happened to the right knee.
Yep.
It's her ankle or her right knee, because look at her. You can see the camera, the way the camera angle is from up on top, that she's wiggling.
Good, relinquish the belt.
Well, you know what? They brought that second referee in, too. I didn't notice that. Oh,
she popped in just now when he called.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we got a legit injury. They're not rushing it, which is a good thing.
But you also notice that they haven't moved the camera to that side since it happened.
Exactly. Don't touch the tree. Don't make faces at me. I helped make that face. I love you, little girl.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you're going to leave your cup there?
Oh, come on. Charlie horse.
Chainsaw Charlie. Oh, my goodness.
Punch her in the butt.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Hey, remember him? Terry Funk.
Yeah, what's he going to cut through? What's he going to cut through the ring?
Uh-oh.
Go forward. Don't go backwards. Go forward. Oh,
exactly. Exactly.
Although it did fall on a trash can, so I'll give her that.
Oh, Miss Kaufman. Lexi Kaufman. Cabrera.
That poor thing.
She said she's going to need a hug. Oh!
That was a good little. All right, so now she's got uh-oh. Whoa. Nice code breaker.
Oh.
They can't call it a code breaker, but it was a code breaker.
Right in the cage.
We all know what it was.
Hi, baby.
Meechin.
Oh, Jesus, Oscar. Damn. Oh, she dropped on her fucking head.
Yeah, that was not pretty.
That was not a nice throw through the ropes.
Oh!
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Lord.
my goodness. Right to the ladder.
Holy shit. Holy shit!
There's a holy shit moment. Oh my god!
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh my god, folks!
Me
Some of the
and
things
you
that
broke
wrestling
your
shows,
husband in half.
it ain't right. It ain't right. It's almost like I want to say, "Oh God," but then I see that and I'm like, "Oh no."
Oh no!
It's more like an owie. Uh-oh, look at damage control versus
Bianca's up.
Your knee's okay.
Yeah, she's
for
up.
now. For now.
I was
Because
gonna say,
remember,
yeah, until you hear later.
Yeah.
because she's not moving. Notice she's not putting a lot of weight on it.
Well, she picked Bailey up.
Adrenaline.
Could be.
Because I've hurt my knee when I trained in martial arts, and I was able to move on it for a while. I was taking the train home when I lived in New York, and then I was starting to walk to my house and had to take a cab home because I couldn't even put weight on my leg.
If you notice, she already has a black knee pad on that right knee.
Oh, and the rock bottom. No, the rock bottom.
KOD.
Oh, manhandle slam. Oh, this is setting up a rivalry here.
Joe's
KOD.
least favorite move. The KOD.
Uh-oh, Bailey. Oh, God. They don't like to take – they got to learn to take those bumps better. I think Bailey is too scared to get injured.
Oh, shit. Incoming.
Oh, man, I don't know about Becky doing this.
This is not a good idea.
Goodbye, EO.
This is not a good
EO.
idea.
Oh, no.
Becky.
Uh-oh.
Becky, you just came back.
Hi, Mama.
Oh, my God. They should have had, like, somebody else do this spot. It's not Becky.
Oh, shit. I am the man.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Jesus.
pulled
Her knees and her face.
She did a Matt Riddle on him.
I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my Jesus Christ. Just pin them both. 1, 2, 3.
And there's the win. You know what? I got to say, off the bat, entertaining match to lead off. There was a lot of action.
Women's match. Strong
women's match. Strong lead off.
I love women's matches, man. They're always the best to me, I think.
Well, let's see. This match was 52 minutes.
Yeah.
So
you got that right.
So
and
we know that they're going to earmark both of these
another
matches.
Pee break and another snack break. I'll be right back after these messages. Woo!
Exactly.
Woo-hoo!
I have to admit, good. These were good, solid matches. This is a solid match to start off your show. You wanted us to see Becky win. There was only, as far as I counted, 4 botches.
Yep.
Which is not bad for a match of this caliber.
And with so many people.
10 people, you could have seen way more. I do like, there were some spots that didn't feel like they were well thought out. But there's definitely, there was highlights of like their highlights that they're showing are definite spots that they were well planned.
Yeah, it definitely set the tone nicely. Look, the team we all thought would win won. I mean, I don't think any of us really thought.
I mean, Damage Control's been on the losing since winning the titles. They're not doing anything with it because until they bring back Sasha and I guess I'll call her by her real name, Trinity Fatu. Until they bring her in, that we're not going to see anything. Those belts are meaningless.
And that's if they bring Sasha and Trin back. I think Trin's coming back no matter what, but Sasha.
Well, her husband's here. Her husband is one of the top guys on SmackDown with his brother, with his cousin, with both his brother and his cousin.
Right. That was a really, really good first match.
I have to admit, it was. I think that Bianca looks like she might be gassed.
Well, she spent the most amount of time in there. She did a 52-minute. She was the first person in.
Yeah, that's close to an Iron Woman match.
Yeah.
So sadly, I will put this out there. We do send our best to Randy Orton to get well soon. I heard just on the Wrestle Talk podcast before I got on the show tonight that he has gotten his surgery, but it is unknown if he's going to be returning anytime soon. I mean, he just celebrated 20 years in the business. I mean, Randy Orton's probably one of my favorite wrestlers in the top 10 wrestlers of all time. I'm sorry that he got a bad injury that's taken him out. I'm hoping that we see a different side and we get him back ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, it's his career has been so up and down and marred by injury. It's such a shame because he is such a good worker. I mean, his matches are always solid.
Snacks.
God forbid if you go 20 minutes without eating.
This is my dinner. I'm eating my dinner right now.
Oh, I legit brought up like Thanksgiving leftovers, so I'm literally like just picking.
Oh, by the way, Scott, that Mexican place by me is now open.
Oh, nice.
They're legit.
I was going to say we went out last night in Middletown to a place that ended up being really good. Right over there,
the farmers market.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place. Yep.
Yeah, we went last night.
Oh, Joe,
get a
I
margarita?
gotta send you that picture. I gotta send you that picture of my because for Thanksgiving I don't eat turkey. I'm not a fan of turkey.
I saw it on your Facebook page.
You saw that? So I did.
Yeah.
Both my daughters are Hispanic, mixed Hispanic. So my older one, she's half Cuban. So I did ropa vieja, which is basically a stewed. If you guys don't know, folks, it's stewed for hours. Chuck roast, and you just tear it apart, and it came out fantastic. And then I did rice and beans, and it was. My mother-in-law was like, "Please post that picture, Andre, because the food was so good."
There ain't nothing better than a good, nice plate of rice and beans,
bro. Let me tell you,
with the sausage and the green olives. Oh, I'm telling you, man. A lot of my Puerto Rican friends growing up, I love them. I love their parents. They always made me good food. My next door neighbor, the older gentleman that I was telling you about, he makes me good. He made some flan, and he makes me rice and beans all the time. I love having him as a neighbor. He's awesome.
We were gonna do more, but my mother-in-law. It's the thing is, I knew that with the girls and myself, it was like I cooked. So if you guys know, Joe, I was texting you on Wednesday morning when I was actually working on the ropa vieja. So I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that thing cooked till 6 o'clock that night. And then I'm trying to think. I did the beans. And then I did strawberry shortcake deconstructed.
Yeah.
That didn't come out as good. I used frozen strawberries. My wife was right. I should have used fresh ones.
Yeah, but 'tis the season. I mean, you're not going to get really good fresh strawberries this time.
Exactly. It came out okay. Like I thought it was good for what it was, but because my youngest, sadly, and I are lactose intolerant, we couldn't like get pumpkin pie and all the other good stuff. A big shout out to our boy EC Collecting, my brother from another, right here, Colin. Thank you for coming in and watching with us.
EC Collecting, my co-host of Well That Effing Figures. Meet my co-host of Talking Nerdy. It's almost like a cheating husband who has both people in the same room at the same time. Look at that. That's awesome. I can't believe it.
I'm telling you, folks, this is a great day to be a wrestling
fan. This is a great day to be alive.
Great day to just be a giant nerd. Let's be honest.
Yes, I think over the last 20 years, being a nerd has been like the best thing.
Where else are you going to get a co-host from two different shows on the same broadcast? And I love them both. So thanks for joining, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Colin. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, for you, Joe, and I don't know, Scott, I know you said you don't really collect a whole lot of toys. But if you're into wrestling stuff, Paul Heyman's getting a figure in the new Legends wave, the Legends 18. It's going to be Samu Fatu, with the alternate outfits. Yep, they're the Legends.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's going to be Paul Heyman from his WCW days.
The Samoan SWAT team.
With the phone and the gray suit and the comb down. I'm not going to call it a comb over. Comb down.
It's
because
pretty much the Samoan SWAT team.
It looks dope. It looks really good. I don't buy Legends anymore, the WWE Legends like that.
No.
But I would get a Paul Heyman.
I don't buy wrestling unless it's a if I buy wrestling, it's a Supreme, an Ultimate, or a Chase.
You mean like this?
That's it.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
I needed this one. I needed the Ultimate Roman.
I don't have that one yet, so
I can't find, bro. I'll keep an eye out. But he literally, I bought him 2 months ago, and I have not seen him back in stores since.
I've seen it at every store I go to. I just don't. I don't pick them up for some reason. I guess I'm waiting for clearance, maybe. I don't know.
Because Mr. T hit clearance. Jeff Hardy hit clearance already. Macho Man's on clearance.
But if any of my many brothers are watching and they want to get me something good, that's a good choice right there. Roman Reigns. Anything that comes with a belt, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you, I got a bag of belts. All the AEW. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm that much of a wrestling nerd that I have like these right here that I love. The Super 7 Ultimates. This is Tanahashi.
Ooh.
I have Okada.
Oh,
I got
what? You know what? The Tanahashi. You had the Tanahashi? I was watching our boy Craven the Toy Hunt the other day, his last video.
Yeah.
He found a Tanahashi for like $30-ish or less. And I was so jealous. I've been wanting that figure for so long.
Here, I'll show you it. I'll take it. I'm not gonna it's in the.
Yep.
And then it comes in these like, I like to call them the body condoms.
The Super 7. Yep.
Yeah. Ultimates come in a body condom and a shipper, and then you go.
Yeah. So you know. So you know, Dre, you know, Craven the Toy Hunt was on our original video together.
Yeah.
For the mental health.
I like his stuff. I
love him, man. And he did a really good video, and he found that for a really good price.
I mean, I bought this retail from Big Bad Toy Store. So this was when it first came out. I paid $44.99. And
he got his a lot cheaper.
Well, the thing is, they jumped up in price because of the import costs. So it's now like $59, and that's if you could find them. But if you got a used one for $30-something, I'd get it. Yeah,
he got a good deal on it, man. I've been looking for that, man. I'm so jealous on that one. I want that figure.
I think his Okada is my second favorite, and I love Tetsuya Naito. So
yeah.
And I'm selling right now Matt Cardona, or did I just sell Cardona? No, I sold Cardona. I have Gallows and Anderson. I sold Ospreay and Cardona.
How much do you want for Gallows and Anderson? They're the camo ones.
They're the talk shop ones.
They have the camo outfits on.
Yep. They're the Impact ones.
We'll talk.
Yeah, because I got them on Mercari right now, but I'll make a deal. I'll pop them off because I paid. I have them up for $4 less than what I paid because I paid retail, and they're brand new. They've never been taken out of their boxes. So I'm willing to make a deal to ship them out, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on one second. My daughter just made a mess. I'll be right back after these messages.
We'll be right back after this.
So looking like it's going to be AJ and Finn next.
Yeah. No belt on the line, but should be a pretty good match. They'll probably give like 20, 25 minutes.
Maybe. Well, look, AJ hasn't won a premium event match in 3 years. So
I know. He's due.
Although they've been hyping that. This could be where he breaks the streak tonight. Their booking of the Judgment Day has just been so questionable. But I guess
First of all,
every faction can't be, you know, dominant.
first of all, take the out of it. It should be Judgment Day. That the shit. What the hell is that? Well, get the hell out of here with that. I'm very.
No, I do love the fact that you get like multiple Alter Bridge songs in WWE.
Alter Bridge is the shit. Yes.
February in Philly, baby.
Are you going?
Hell yeah, I'm going.
Well, then, did you get the tickets already?
No.
Well, then, let me know. I want to go to that.
I'll get them after the New Year though, because I gotta get through Christmas.
Don't forget me, God damn it! And also, Raw 30th anniversary.
Yeah, we have to do that. We do have to get those tickets.
But Alter Bridge, don't leave me out. I want to go to that.
I just went to the venue last week. I went to another show there, the Amon Amar show, and
is it a small venue?
No, it's really nice. Way bigger than I anticipated.
You know, I haven't been to a show in
so long.
Yeah, and because we have Rick, we sit in the ADA section, so we're in the second deck in the front row.
Nice, and plus you got me. But I don't like sitting up high. I don't like paying for shit and then not be able to see the goddamn show.
Well, remind me to send you the video I took at Amon Amarth, and you'll see the vantage point. It was really good.
I just remind you to send me the goddamn thing before you buy the tickets, so I can go.
Oh, I get it, Joe. I'm with you. You are
or else you gotta dial that 888 number and deal with me.
Jeez,
I'm a little
so needy, so needy.
I'm a little unstable.
That's one way to put it.
Yes,
I love you though.
I try though. I try to be nice.
Hey, look,
I try to do the right thing.
It's Mock Bullet Club. Oh, I'm officially selling a lot of my classifieds too.
Nice.
I'm thinking I just put up my Blue Ninjas. I think I'm only keeping a very select few GI Joes that I liked, but I definitely was like, I'm done collecting the classifieds line.
Yeah, I don't have many GI Joes. The one that I definitely had to have, well, there's 4 that I definitely had: Bats, the Alley Vipers, Sergeant Slaughter, and the Croc Master. That's all I really wanted.
Because I have right now Snake Eyes, Kamakura, Storm Shadow, Spirit, and the Bats.
I have Spirit, but I'm not attached to it.
Dude, Spirit's too dope to not keep. I love Spirit.
He is good. I'm not attached to it. But the Bats, the Alley Vipers, Sergeant Slaughter, they're the ones, man. What's he got? A mask on?
Let me see. Apparently, they both do.
Yeah, he had some kind of. Yeah, what the hell was that?
Both of them are wearing it. It's Bullet Club. It looks like it's Mock Bullet Club.
Well, you do know that they're letting Shinsuke Nakamura fight in New Japan.
Well, they're letting Anderson and Gallows are going back.
Anderson are going to Wrestle Kingdom.
He got to
fight Hikuleo. That's his thing. He's got his match was supposed to be against Hikuleo, so because Hikuleo is supposed to take the belt off of him, so he can go stay in WWE. So
he has to defend the what's the belt called? The
never open weight.
Yeah.
But what's interesting though too is that I was reading an article today that this is not going to be his only date in New Japan. He's going to do multiple things with them.
Yeah, because they're trying to. Triple H is trying to undercut Tony Khan because he realizes that you could have FTR be on Wrestle Kingdom, but there's a good chance you're going to see at least a couple of other WWE guys and girls on Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Well, it also doesn't hurt to do a little recruiting while you're there.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, if New Japan's smart, I would rather go with WWE where it's more marketable than AEW.
They control the global market. WWE is a global brand, you know.
I mean, hell, they have their own channel on Peacock, for God's sakes.
Exactly.
It's a
Honestly, I
conglomerate.
won't lie to you. If you guys ever want to plan something, like it is on my goal, my life list to do a week in Tokyo to go to Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh
Like
my
I will
God.
go to Wrestle Kingdom and like do I know this year they already posted today at the Super Junior Cup. They were talking about the tour tickets are up. So like if you go, there's a museum that has all of Antonio Inoki's like contributions to the brand. You get to go to like it's all inclusive. So like you have lunch with some of the stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then you get tickets to the event.
But can you go to Ribera Steakhouse?
Of course,
Okay, then I'm in.
dude. Dude. Listen, I love steak. I'm going to. I go to Wrestle Kingdom. I'm eating at Ribera's. That's happening.
Hell yeah! I want that jacket.
I want a jacket. I want to get a picture. I play no games.
That's a trip of a lifetime right there, though.
Oh yeah.
That's like my best friend and I. He is like you two. He is like that for me. And when it comes to wrestling, and we've talked about it. We've been like Wrestle King every year. We're like before my daughter was born. I was like, let's go to Wrestle Kingdom, and he's like, no, that's not gonna happen. Then he's like, you got the baby coming, and I was like, yep. Then the baby comes. I was like, well, let's wait a couple years, and I said, then I can go. Because I was like, then the wife's like, well, why don't we all go to Tokyo? And I'm like, yeah, but you guys don't like wrestling. The girls do, but you don't. And I said it's a completely different audience and crowd in Japan.
You are
And the
not
fact that
wrong.
I speak the language helps. So, but I know that for me, if I'm going to Wrestle Kingdom and I'm doing Wrestle Kingdom, that's what I'm going there for. Like, I don't want to go touristy anything else. I'm going there.
Yeah.
It's like I eventually my goal is to also go to Mexico to see a AAA show.
That'd be cool.
I'll be
Too.
go to Tokyo and eat all the weird, different kinds of Kit Kats they have.
Dude, we could do that.
We could do like a Kit Kat unboxing.
Dude, we could do like a whole thing in the room. Like, hey, this is our mukbang. We're doing a mukbang of Kit Kats.
Because they got all those weird flavors that you see in those boxes.
Exactly, dude. We gotta, dude. There's so we could do a mukbang of the Suntory alcoholic beverages.
Oh God, yeah, I would so be down for that.
See, but we also, folks, you guys gotta realize, I speak Japanese and I speak Spanish. Going to AAA in Mexico, we should do that too because we can eat like kings.
I always think of the Josh Wolf skit about his 3-year-old son trying to speak Spanish in Mexico and just gone.
You never know. We expand these channels, man. Hey.
Hey.
Paid for. Folks, if you haven't, like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be the only time you're going to hear that in this video. And I don't like to remind you. You should already be doing it. If you're on this channel, you're already subscribed. Awesome. If you're first time subscribing, keep watching.
And if you haven't liked, subscribed, shared, and hit that button on Talking Nerdy, Well That Effing Figures, and JMC Collects, do it now.
You need
There's
to.
no better chance to do it than right fucking now. So let's hit it.
That's the bottom line because Joe said so.
Because I said so.
Oh, no. Don't give him another catchphrase.
Too sweet me. I want to be like, I love when what's his face when like Doug Gallows goes, too sweet me.
My wife does that with me. She doesn't do it like wholeheartedly, but she'll do it.
No, my wife looks at me like
She's silently judging you as she does.
My wife doesn't silently judge me.
My wife will do it. My wife will do it. She's a trooper, man. She's not quite a stormtrooper, but she's a trooper.
Dude, you know how excited I am, speaking of which, for Disney coming up in less than for us now a month's time.
I love Disney. I'm
so excited.
Now that they changed CEOs, things are gonna get better.
Oh, dude, the Iger's back. Yes. I'm excited because I need it. I was like, I was telling the wife, I was like, look, we're gonna have to wait 5 years before we go back because we're buying a house this coming year and we this is our first family trip. you know. And I was like, we got to do it up big. We got to. So we're going there. We're doing it up big. You know, shout out to my mother-in-law for being an amazing mother-in-law, giving us a kick-ass Christmas gift. And shout out to my wife for busting her ass. And shout out to me for using my old collection stuff to pay for this trip, because it's done that, folks.
Whatever it
Don't
takes,
make fun
brother.
of Sleeping Collectibles, because y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to do a little shout out here. Y'all came at your boy Sleeping Collectibles sideways because he was selling his stuff to go put a trip for his kids. Y'all fucked up. That is not something you do. When a man is trying to take with his collection and to fund for his kids, that's something I respect, because I did that. And guess what? I've made over $4,000 to do that. So kiss my ass, kiss his ass, and that's the bottom line, because Dre said so.
Kiss his ass.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know what? Sleeping Collectibles, that's my brother, man. And we're going to meet up at some point and do a toy hunt together. So stay tuned for that. We've been talking, we're trying to work it out, and it will happen. But that's my brother, man. He's a good dude.
He is. And you got to respect the guy that's going out there busting his ass and it's like, yo, I want to take my extras to do for my kids. And he has a little girl just like I do, because I got a little one. I have a little girl, I got a big girl, and I got a big boy. And I'm going to tell you something. All three of my kids I love. But my littlest one is the one I'm doing it for. So when people tell me,
yeah, for sure.
That's what I say to them.
Yeah,
Mama
Fungul.
It's a Fungul. I grew up around Italians. Fungul.
Oh, Fungul. Yeah, that's right, buddy.
That's why I get mad at people when they say and you hate on that shit.
Anybody who makes things happen for their family, it's hard for me to knock, man. You know, like
exactly. How do you
gotta
knock
do what
that?
you gotta do?
It's like, hey, I'm selling my collection to fund a trip to Disney, and everybody on his Instagram feed went into like instant hate mode. They were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be buying toys. What are you doing?" And I was like, "You're the fans that watch other YouTubers blow their money and then go crying that they are buying new lines that they shouldn't be buying because you want to see them put out content."
I didn't see a whole lot of that shit go down, but I believe his character, he did do that. So kudos to him. I know how he is. He's a good dude. So
exactly.
Yeah, so we've been talking. We're going to try to meet up for a toy hunt, and I can't wait for that. I met him in ICCC last year, and he's a good dude, and I can't wait to do something with him. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. As I'm watching this, Anderson has got some fly-ass shoes on.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, those are
fire-ass red sneakers.
What's he got on? Now I want to see these shoes.
Those are Jordans, I think.
You know who had good shoes on is Bray Wyatt last night.
The red leather Jordans, I think.
Yeah,
Bray Wyatt had some nice shoes on last night.
Retros.
Oh man, they are crispy.
They got red. They're red. Hey, they look like they're red.
Bray Wyatt had some nice shoes on last night.
Oh, he did too. He did too. But Anderson's got a game though. He got a good shoe game because he was doing that in Impact. He was rocking those in Impact.
Shoes are my weakness, man.
Who watches Impact? Who watches Impact? Come on, man.
Every now and then I get bored. I gotta see what somebody's doing.
Nobody watches Impact. Come on.
Oh, wait. You said Scott. You said shoes are your thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm loving that.
I got these lemon drop Nikes my wife bought me, and I don't know how I caught the deal. They were like $190 sneakers, right?
Sure.
So at Rack Room Shoes, I'm like, they said $50, $59.99. So we were buying my other daughter, my middle school daughter, sneakers, and it was buy one get one 50%. So I went and I bought the sneakers. I go up to the register. It said $90. I was like, dude, these are $59.99. So he was real nice. He gave them to me half off, and I got them for $30. These lemon drop sneakers are like not. They're like white with like a tan and
Okay.
like yellow laces. My wife's like, they look weird, but they look nice. And I'm like,
It's weird how that works.
they're crispy
Right.
though.
Oh.
I have them. Where are they at now? I want to show them to you. Oh, here they go. Bam. Check this out.
Oh, those are. Oh, you are not wrong when you're saying they are crispy.
These are
Wow.
crispy, bro.
They are.
Like-
They pop, dude. Those
It-
yellow layers pull that together.
They're weird. It's like the yellow and the brown. I would not have expected me to like it, but they're mint.
It's weird how that color combo works.
And bro, of all things, the Nike is like blue.
I'm gonna tell you, man. They're like Nike just does it. I don't know how. I don't know why, but it just works.
I used to rock Jordans and Nike, and then I stopped. Then I started rocking Puma, but then I have a very wide foot. So like
Yep.
Pumas are not for anybody that has a wide foot. You cannot rock Pumas because I'm gonna tell you all now. Puma is meant for people that have very narrow, small feet.
No, and they're not made for huskier gentlemen either.
Exactly. For us gentlemen that are above 200 pounds.
Yes, gentlemen
They
of a
don't like
robust stature, as I like to call it.
I
Think
would like to
yourself.
say I am a husky gentleman. I'm a rotund man that likes to enjoy a meal or two. And as long as my family loves me and my wife loves me, that's all that matters. I like being. I can lose a couple pounds, but that's okay.
I can tell you, I had the first 9 Jordans when they first came out.
I just remember going to what was it? Foot Locker when they had the first Shack, and they had those old school Shacks in the glass case that were like the size 26.
Oh, those
And they were the black with the purple outline. I'll never forget that. That's how old I am. Being 44 years old, born in 78, folks. I'm telling you, you go to Foot Locker and see sneakers that big.
Hey, Scott, he don't know old, does he? He's a young buck here.
Yeah,
If I'm the young buck in this group, I'm gonna die laughing.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm 49.
That's
Me
not
too.
by much. That's only 5 years, bro. We still in the same generation, man.
But look, I had the
When we had to fill out those surveys, that does fall in that 41 to 49 category.
I had the original Jordans when they were called Sky Jordans.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that?
They weren't
road
even
rash?
air yet.
Oh, you see that back injury?
That's what I'm saying. That road rash he's got on his back.
Yo.
That's not going to.
Oh, look, he's putting his own move on him. Uh-oh, he missed.
How many? What was it? Frankie Kazarian does the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the calf crusher.
Frankie,
yeah, probably. You know who it is.
AEW guy.
No, he's got more sense than to go to AEW.
Wait. Frankie
No.
Kazarian. We all know who Frankie Kaz is.
Frank Kazarian was in AEW for a long time.
He was their first tag team champion.
Yeah.
He was, but he had enough sense to leave.
Yeah, he got out. He was smart.
Where's he at now?
Drama.
He's back in Impact.
Yep.
Where is Ring of Honor?
He's at that other company that's in Canada that was followed that they were represented by an owl.
Yeah,
who's their female champion looks very mannish, Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
But she has an OnlyFans, and it scares me to ever think that if I ever were to look at her pictures, that I would see a penis there somewhere.
Yeah, I just got a good look at that back injury. That does not look good.
Bro, yeah, he's injured. He's either hurting or it's going to be hurting tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not
they're talking. Look, they're talking.
That ain't shit to them, man.
Yeah, but Finn is easily injury prone, bro. So is
God.
AJ. You don't want to risk. Oh shit.
We're all both. Oh damn.
Oh, coño carajo. Got him good.
Coño carajo, cabrón, la puta de madre. Oh my word, cabrón.
Steve, bro. I'll cuss it up I cuss it up in all languages because that was woof. Come on, Finn.
Joe, you might be right.
Mariquita, cabrón. Oh.
You might be giving him to the half hour in here.
Yeah,
I told you.
Yeah, because we're 9:24.
You're messing with a Spanish king.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm surprised. There's only like 7 matches on the card tonight. There wasn't a lot.
But you think about it, the first match took an hour. The last match is going to take an hour.
No, that's not gonna be the last one. I don't think they're gonna close out. That the main event is gonna be Roman versus
It's
oh,
the
that is the main
bloodline.
event. That's right.
Yeah, that is the bloodline.
So
Yeah,
the,
the
the
bloodline
second
is the main event.
co-main event would be the triple threat match: Austin Theory, Lashley, and Rollins, and that's gonna take about maybe 25 minutes if you're good.
That's the
Easy.
one I'm least looking forward to.
Really?
That's the one I'm actually looking forward to because I want them to solidify Lashley as a heel and to bring back the Hurt Business.
That is happening. That Lashley wants that to happen.
And I know MVP
Yeah,
needs
it
something.
will
To
happen.
come
I don't
back.
know. I don't know about tonight.
No, it won't happen tonight. But
No, I won't have it tonight, but I'm. It's on the docket of things that
they
gotta
could
do.
set it up for after Royal Rumble, though.
I think you set it up
Yeah.
for the Rumble. Ooh, nice front roll, mule kick.
Oh, he's gonna. Coup de grace.
He's going to
Okay,
the
explain
top.
this to me. Why is our boy Finn
Oh, he
wearing?
missed.
He's wearing Air Force Ones.
Unbelievable. And his knee is hurting. Oh
Justin, you
my
didn't
word!
notice that? Scott, you saw that? He's wearing Air Force Ones.
Yes, he is. And he's got the black and purple ones. Those are
Yeah,
custom
those are dope.
ones.
Up, calf crusher.
Yep, those are customs.
Yeah,
Those
those
are
are
nice.
custom Air Force Ones. I bet you he talked to his buddies, the Young Bucks.
Don't do it.
You mean Balding Buck
He's
and
not gonna
Road
tap.
Warrior Buck?
They're not gonna have him tap yet.
That's-
He's been
there's
so
no way.
over. This faction is so over that shit, he is.
Oh,
Boom, boom, bounce your head like a basketball.
yeah. I don't care who you
Oh my
are.
God,
That's
it's FTR.
God, please, I wish.
you know what? That would be the ultimate forbidden door. But there is no fucking way that's happening.
If that happened, you'd see me. I would have been like, "Ah!"
You'd
I would have
mark
gone
out.
nuts.
You'd be knocking everything
Dude,
down
if
behind
we're
you.
all marked
Bro, I
now,
would have
don't
just gone
care
out
who
like this.
you
I'd be like, ah!
You look like one of those wind wiggles that they use at car lots.
Exactly.
like the old
Exactly.
belly shit.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I thought for a second there when they showed Finn with the screen behind him, that's usually when they do like a reveal of like, hitting somebody's music. I was waiting for it.
No, because you know what the tell is for that? That WWE's gotten slick to us, to the marks. So you have to look at the crowd reaction first. Always look to the crowd, folks. We're going to give you a little bit of teaching how you marks to be a smart mark like us. Look
Yeah,
to
we're
the
not.
crowd. Don't look to the ring. If you're going to see someone's music hit first, the crowd closest to the Titantron will be the first ones to see it. If somebody's making a run-in, look to the crowd that's facing the announce tables.
Yep.
Because you'll see their reaction first.
Unless you're
We know
idiots
that
like
better
me.
than anybody.
I would say, unless you're idiots like me and Joe, where we sat for Extreme Rules, and we were literally behind the Titantron.
Yeah, well, you
God, that would
booked
have pissed
them.
me off.
Oh, the
Wow,
music is over.
clean victory. I don't know how I feel about that.
I like it. And here's why. Because I think we needed to do something to strengthen the OC a little bit. I mean, you can't bring Anderson and Gallows back and have them
Foolish
Job.
again.
jobbing, essentially. But I will say this: AJ's face and chest are beat to shit.
Oh yeah, he has
Yeah.
red marks. You can see the Air Force One marks on his left shoulder.
Yeah,
from being
I mean,
stepped on.
legit, they're purple. Not the
Yeah.
not the shoes. They're purple too.
Oh yeah,
I
these
mean,
guys
They
are beaten up.
sucked.
It was a good fight. I think this was a fight that they needed to have because it's the fight that the fans have been wanting to see for a long time. To have two former leaders of Bullet Club. This would be like the best. If you could triple threat this, you would have to have had Balor versus AJ versus Omega.
That could still happen.
That's very possible. Or a fatal four-way, Adam Cole. Adam
Well,
Cole versus
I don't think we'll
Omega.
see Adam Cole in the ring
Well,
again. No.
I can almost
I
guarantee by next Survivor Series, we're going to see a triple threat like that. But not Adam Cole, but with Kenny Omega.
I don't know.
Unless I don't know. Unless that whole CM Punk thing was a work.
No.
All right. Well, on this, I'm going to take a quick break before the next match. So,
You got a countdown. Is this the countdown for Royal Rumble? Yep.
San Antonio, baby.
Did you go to Taco Bell today? He must have went to Taco Bell. Went to Taco Bell today, didn't you?
I went there yesterday for my wife to get her Mexican pizza.
No, not most assuredly. No. My wife wants to have a little dessert, so I'm going to go grab something real quick with her, and then I'll be back.
Are you the dessert?
No, that's not this kind of show.
Hey, yo, that might become the show. I mean, we can't watch it, but
the Scotty Hot Body sandwich.
Always Joe taking it to that bad place. I'll be back.
It's always a good place. Never a bad
20 minutes. I'll be back. That's why he's smiling. What's the matter, buddy?
I love watching these guys play with their toys when wrestlers actually do that. Oh, it's Liv Morgan. Actually, let me ask you: did you ever play the Raw's War card game, the trading card game?
No.
Oh wow! My friend actually found his decks, and we met Kurt Angle, and he actually got the card for Kurt Angle because there was you had the wrestler card and you had move cards that were associated with them, and he had the Olympic Slam, and he got it signed.
Huh?
Hey, get that to me, Mama. Thank you.
I never knew they had one.
Yeah, it was old. It was they did it up until I'm trying to think. What did we? Because I had the Hardy Boys. They had Jeff and Matt Hardy as separate wrestlers. Then they had the Hardy Boys. They had Edge and Christian. Then Edge. You had Kurt Angle, Big Show, Kane, Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, DX. And these were all themed decks, and we would buy them, and then you had to buy boxes to get like the moves. And the thing is, like you it was like basically the game played like war. So like you had like 0, so like it'd be like punch, 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 and then you'd get points to build to do other moves. And then you had like event cards, like title belts you could fight for. They would give you abilities. It was a cool card game in the time of like Magic the Gathering, and like I think Magic was the only one that was dominating at that time because this is even before Pokemon.
Yeah.
Probably even Yu-Gi-Oh too. I'd even say probably before Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I never watched it. I never played it.
It's for most wrestling fans. A lot of wrestling fans did not play it. They felt like it was it was either out of their time, like they missed it. But I know somebody was trying to do a Kickstarter through WWE to get like a license to redo the game again, to like make it like an updated version with new wrestlers. So like you get like a like an AJ Styles deck, and you'd be able to have like all his moves.
Yeah.
Aussie.
Oh, man.
I think, why did I feel like I downloaded that album?
I don't think this will be a long match here.
You already said that she's not winning. I feel like Shotzi should win because I don't like Ronda. Her mic skills are atrocious.
I don't find it very believable that anybody can beat her. I mean, she's an MMA fighter. She's beaten so many people.
Holly Combs beat her.
Yeah, but I just don't see Shotzi being anywhere near that type of caliber to beat her. I
But
really
see,
don't.
that's the thing. I believe she is though. I think I look at it and I see Shotzi, and I see somebody that's got that heart, that's got that passion. You know.
Yeah, I see Shotzi. I see Shayna and Ronda up here, and I see Shotzi down here. I don't think any way in the world she's on the same level as them.
And
And
I'm not going to disagree with you and say I don't see that, because I do, but at the same breath, it's very difficult for me to say that WWE is building up Ronda in a way that Ronda's just not. She's not there.
well, here's the thing too. Like, why would you give Ronda the belt at Extreme Rules just excuse me, just to have her lose it already
Well, she was supposed to be a
for
face,
her?
and she turned complete heel. They've turned her
I think
complete
I
heel.
think she keeps it till at least WrestleMania, and
And who,
Sasha
Charlotte
or
Flair?
Charlotte or somebody like that beats her, not fucking Shotzi. I really
Well,
don't think
Charlotte,
so.
is she even? Let's be real. Is Charlotte even coming back?
She'll come back. She'll come back. Yeah,
Oh, did I show
she
you
may
something I
come back.
found?
Actually, she may come back tonight. That's another one who
That's
may
true.
come back tonight.
So I don't know if I showed you this. So Target did that exclusive Transformer set of
No.
Street Fighter and Transformers.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got it.
I got just the Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Nice. That's my two favorite ones from back in the day.
But look at what it looks like.
Nice.
This was a necessary grab, and it was on clearance. Somebody
Oh,
returned it, and it was in the
God.
clearance area. So I got it for like $40.
Wow.
I'm trying to get my hands on the other one, which was the Cammy and Ken, or no, Chun-Li and Ken.
Okay.
But I don't like the way it looks, though.
Yeah. Now here's the problem with this. So I think Charlotte might come back tonight.
I don't doubt that.
If they do it, they should have her interrupt the match. That way, Shotzi doesn't lose, Ronda doesn't lose, but they move on from this interim bullshit, and they get to the main event around Royal Rumble time, and that
I
would
can
be
agree with
Charlotte
that.
versus Ronda.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and I guess I'll get. Hey, Rolando.
Hey, Rolando.
I'm gonna say this very honestly, and this is maybe my feelings about this. Do you think there should be an intermediate women's championship, similar to like a United States championship, or like in AEW the TBS championship?
I do. I think they should have taken the 24/7 belt and made it an intercontinental belt
For like a women's, like a North American title for women.
Yes. Like, I would just call it the Intercontinental Women's Championship.
That would be dope.
Because that way you got a recognizable title, and it's for the women.
So Scott,
then you have a belt for the women type of Ricky Steamboats and Macho Man and all them guys who. Well, Macho Man made it to the big time, but like the middle of the card guys,
the Roddy Pipers, the Dusty Rhodes, the Ricky the Dragons that never got that
have
far.
A belt specifically for those women wrestlers.
So let me ask you this, Scott. Joe and I were just talking about this.
All right.
Do you feel like AEW has an not the interim, but has like a TBS title? So like there's a division between the World Women's Champion and like the runner-up.
Sure.
Do you think WWE, as popular as they are, should have an intermediate title like they do for the men's? Because there's 2 men's intermediate titles.
There are, and the one thing that I always felt has been missing since it was an old NWA thing that went to WCW but then went away was the television title.
Thank you.
It was something that would defend it every week, 15-minute matches, but it was always one of the best matches of the night. On old NWA Saturday Night on Turner,
605. Yep.
I mean, Jesus, like Arn Anderson would have some of the best matches when he was a TV champion.
Yep.
That would, to me, would be where you take your best technical wrestlers in the women's division and you put a TV title belt on, let's say, like a Shayna Baszler, for example.
Yeah.
Right.
And you let her run roughshod. Hell, she even maybe she goes to NXT occasionally and takes on some of their talent there. If they're really trying to make that a developmental brand, look, make it something that, when they did originally, remember when they originally did the women's tag team titles, they were defended on all 3 shows.
It's true.
I
gotta lie, I like it.
A women's television championship. That to me would be ideal.
Triple H, if you watch my shit, we're giving you brilliant ideas, dude. Just give us tickets to shows in the area.
That's it.
Or send us to the big shows, the big 4. For next year, you send us 3 to the big shows, we'll be happy.
I'll even settle for being one of the minions. I don't care. I can do whatever.
But I'm not gonna disagree. I think we all, and I think Cornette even said it too, that like Jade Cargill looks fantastic.
And in the beginning, she looked like hot garbage when she was with Shaq.
Oh yeah, she's terrible looking. Yeah, she's terrible.
I still think she looks like hot garbage. Honestly, I don't think she's very good at all.
Well, no. Here's what Jade represents. Jade represents a beautiful black woman.
Yep.
She is physically, she's beautiful to look at. Like she's a beautiful woman. She is a nerd and a strong single mother, which I think are great features in a champion. Does she need work?
Isn't she married to Brandon Phillips, who used to play for the Reds?
Was he? She always comes out by herself with her daughter. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere because they're doing that whole Bow Wow angle now that he was saying something about sliding in her DMs, but she's married to Brandon Phillips, who used to be the second baseman for the Reds.
Let's see if I can. I could be wrong, and I'm Cargill.
I don't know, but I tell you what, like they rush that show so much. I can't. When at the end of Dynamite, I feel like my head is fucking spinning.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She is married, Brandon Phillips.
My head is spinning when I get it, and you know, the main proprietor of the head spinning shit is what's the guy with the mask on? Is what's his name?
Excalibur.
Yes, he's fucking too fast. He's horrible. Get him the fuck out of there. Get him out of there. It'll be a better show. Get him the fuck out. Get him out.
Joe, even if they got rid of him, it wouldn't be a better show. They need a better.
But he rushes shit so fast. It could be a better show if you just get him out. Get him out.
Well, you know why he's a friend of the Bucks. Because
in the words of JD.
Yeah, it was our PWG days. Yeah.
In the word of JD from New York, get him out. Get him out. Joseph Grohl. What up?
Oh, that's my boy. Longtime supporter of the channel. Longtime friend for years. Joseph, he's a huge wrestling fan. Great to have you on here, brother. We are doing a watch party. I knew if I put WWE in the title, Joseph, and you were off from work, you were definitely tuning in.
I didn't recognize the name, but welcome, brother. Thank you. Hey, thanks.
He's been a long time for years.
Nice.
Years, a friend of the channel and a big supporter of the channel and a very good friend. So thank you.
Yeah. And guys, definitely engage in the chat. Like, ask questions. Like, throw some topics up. You know, we want to hear what you guys think too. I mean, you know, what are your ideas? What are your booking ideas?
Like we've already just mentioned it. I think Scott said a good idea, and I know Joe and I talked about it. But what do you guys think about an intermediate level television style, intercontinental style title belt for the women's division? Do we end up going the route of AEW where you have too many belts? Or if you have a belt like that that can elevate women that are not necessarily ready for the mic, ready for the spotlight, like a Shotzi, like a Raquel Gonzalez.
You know what? I don't think AEW has too many belts. I think they have too little time to portray those belts. Like they have a 2-hour show and then a 1-hour show. Let's face it, the 1-hour show on Friday is garbage.
Rampage is Rampage. I've actually had to sit through it a few times when they've been in Charlotte. So
they have a 2-hour show with 2 women's belts that they don't give very much time to women's wrestling too.
Because Kenny Omega doesn't care about any of the women because he's not technically. Dustin Rhodes in AEW is the head booker for the women's head trainer. So he's the head trainer for the women's division, with Madison Rayne now being the second in command of that. Kenny Omega is the one that books the matches for the women's division. That's part of his EVP title.
And if there's not a Japanese school girl involved, Kenny doesn't care.
Exactly. If you don't have a Shida, if you don't have Riho or Riho, as Cornette says, Riho. Oh, Shotzi. Oh, Shotzi. Oh. I love it. Love it.
I love the dive into the crowd.
But folks, like I said, I think I say screw it. Let WWE have more belts. WWE has so much championship material and not giving them a chance. It's true. You're right, Joseph. I mean, there's a lot of great wrestling talent in WWE right now. But I'm not going to forsake that there's not a lot of talent in AEW or New Japan or AAA, because Taya Valkyrie, who is amazing, easy on the eyes, can wrestle, has wrestled internationally, gets no props. You know?
I was so excited when they brought her to NXT and they gave her the worst fucking character.
They gave her a poodle. Yeah.
It was so stupid. They should have done something that tied in with those AAA roots and really played to that.
That was the beginning of 2.0 where they ruined NXT anyway. So that was terrible.
That was Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard.
Bruce Pritchard needs to get the fuck out too.
And wasn't it also God, not Bruce Pritchard. Who was the Dr. Tom, wasn't it? Not Dr.
Yeah.
Because didn't they bring him in?
Get him out.
Oh, here we go, armbar.
Yeah. See what I tell you? Bitch ain't winning, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Clean win.
I'm sorry to tell you, but she ain't ready.
That's what needed to happen. This was the right result.
Yes, there's no way in the fucking earth that she's beating Liv Morgan and then getting beat by Shotzi Blackheart. And bring her last name back. I know it's not her last name. Bring the Blackheart back.
Look,
make it more realistic.
Take a woman who is bad as shit as Ronda Rousey and make her look. They took the belt off of her the right way with Liv. After a match, she was hurt. Liv cashed in, took advantage. That's a great move.
Look how fast out. Look at that.
You can't have a Shotzi beating someone the caliber of Ronda Rousey. It would have just been. It would have made her look weak.
There's nobody in this fucking WWE, AEW, NWA. I don't give a shit where it is. You're not beating her in real life.
I don't know if Raquel's ready yet.
Fuck no.
I don't think so either. I think she needs time.
She smiles too much. Get that shit. She's always smiling. Get the hell out of here, man. She needs to be
She's pretty.
She needs to be a badass.
I'm sorry. I like her. She's very pretty. She's easy on the eyes.
Smiles too much.
That's Braun Strowman's woman.
I know. I'm not gonna. Hey, he's a North Carolina boy. I ain't trying to mess with him because I know he'll mess me up.
I ain't scared of him.
I would. I'm not. Listen, I've met some of those guys in person, and like Cody, meeting Cody in person was probably the coolest thing because he's freaking tall. Like he is tall. Like the Bucks, they're short. I was taller than both the young Bucks.
Yeah.
And you saw that picture I sent you, Joe. I met them both. Love
Yeah.
Nick and Matt, but I'm taller than both.
Yeah, I got a picture with Sting. I'm bigger than Sting.
Dude, Sting, Sting is a scary dude. I met him.
I'm bigger than Sting. He don't scare me. I put him in his own move.
Oh, here we go. Cody promo.
Cody's my man. I love Cody, dude. I
love him. I'm glad he's back. Give him the go. He said that he wants to bring back the Winged Eagle title belt. Let him do it.
Hey, look, you can ask Scott. There's 2 times I marked out. WrestleMania when the Hardys came back, and when WrestleMania when fucking Cody came back. Right, Scott?
I was at Joe's house when Cody showed up. I thought Joe was going to take a lap around the neighborhood.
I thought I was gonna cream my fucking bloomers, dude. I'm telling you right now. Like, here's the reason why I like Cody. He started that company, and he knew when to get out. He knew that they'll never, ever compete with WWE. It's too big of a conglomerate.
I'm gonna let you finish. I don't think. Hey, Daniel, Legacy and Nerd, how's it going, brother? Good. Thank you for showing up.
What's up, brother? What's up, Legacy?
I'm gonna say this. I think Cody, when he left for 3 reasons. The first reason he left was the EVP issue. He was the only EVP that actually knew what the hell he was doing. Because he cared about the business. He was in WWE's developmental.
Let me stop you there for 1 minute. Let me rebuttal that.
All right, go ahead.
So, anytime you have an active wrestler as an EVP, you have a conflict of interest. It's almost like having a manufacturing employee also being part of HR. Scott, you can relate to that.
Well, yeah, as an HR director, yeah, okay.
You can't have somebody in charge also being part of the show because it gives you a conflict of interest that you can never get over because they're going to always feel like they're booking for themselves, if that makes sense.
Well, that's why Cody chose to book himself out of the title picture when he did that match with Jericho and he lost. He said, I'll never be heavyweight champion in my own company, which I thought was a smart move. When you look at it, who has been heavyweight champion that works in the office? Guess who? Kenny Omega.
Jericho.
Well,
he runs the show.
Now, he didn't before that.
Look, Punk, Moxley, MJF.
Punk, okay. Punk actually has an office job.
Yeah, but if you look at it, let me talk. MJF, current MJF, Punk, Jericho, Omega, and Cody. Well, Cody never had the belt though, so leave him out. If you leave him out, all 4 of those guys ran the show over Tony Khan, which as an owner and a head writer, you can never let do. And that's what he did wrong.
Tony Khan has done many, many, many things wrong.
Tony Khan's failing his company.
Now, what happened last night on SmackDown with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn?
Setting it up. It's happening. I told you.
That's setting it up.
Oh, and he's going to be the ultimate babyface.
Oh, and look, I'm telling you,
tag team champions.
The plan is it's going to be Sammy and Kevin are going to take the titles off the Usos.
Yep, that's the rumor. That's been the rumor, and I heard it's supposed to be at the Rumble.
Oh, I have inside information that it could be the Rumble, but they may play it a little longer to get through WrestleMania season to really build and do a lot of that.
Hey, Dre, we're small time, but we do have inside information. We can't tell you what that information is, but we do have it on Talking Dirty. Every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do have inside information.
Wait,
we do have it.
Cheap plug. Cheap plug.
But me and Scott we do have the inside information, and I can't tell you where it's from, but we do have it. And Scott, you could be you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's someone inside WWE that I know very well. And look, there are big plans for Sammy. Huge plans for Sammy.
Sammy's awesome, dude. I love him now. I never used to like him. But you think we're small time? We have inside information.
Oh, I never think anybody's small time, my brother.
Oh, I'm small time. We're small time, but you know what? We're gonna break that fucking internet someday.
Is that something else?
Oh.
Oh wait.
Ooh.
Are you talking about what you just did the break for 5 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
What the Apple?
Yeah, small time. You're good.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would if I had to get a T-shirt. I want that T-shirt that he's wearing, that Roman's wearing right now.
You know, the red is nice. It's a different thing from the blacker ones.
So we should get that for. So I think that's something we should all have for the Rumble. I have a Cody T-shirt that I will wear.
I have a Cody T-shirt. I have an American Nightmare T-shirt.
I have several American Nightmare T-shirts I can wear.
I
will definitely wear one. I think I need the "We Are the One" just until they finish this angle.
Yeah.
You know what? Personally, I think we should wear Art the Clown T-shirts for Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Legitimately, though, I can't wear an all red T-shirt because then I walk down the street and people go, "Hey, Kool-Aid!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
I had to wear a Michigan shirt today. Today was Michigan Ohio State.
So let me tell you, at work they did it was a Friday. Support the troops. Red. You can wear whatever you want. Red on Friday, and a lot of people wore red scrubs because we work in a medical manufacturing company, and I gotta tell you, this one guy, man, he looked like he had red scrubs on. He looked like Santa Claus. I ain't gonna mention his name, but if he is watching, which I doubt, he'll know who I'm talking about. But it was really sad, man. Not good.
Whew.
This is a good. Yeah.
This is a very good setup for what I need.
Yep.
Story-wise,
anytime you have long hair and you have a part, you ain't really got long hair.
Look at that motherfucker. You have what I like to refer to as a Hulk Hogan.
Hug me. Oh, he's fucking him up tonight now. This is a teaser. Roman's beating his ass tonight.
That look. Superman punch incoming.
That was a sympathy hug.
Oh, look at that face. That's I'm gonna get you.
Yup. That's the I don't believe you.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Sympathy hug.
Punch incoming.
I will say this though. My wife gave me a Hot Topic gift card for my birthday this past year. And she knows I don't like. They used to sell all the AEW. Now they specialize. They have I think a deal with MLW, so you can get like all the cool MLW merch through them now. But
is there such a thing as cool MLW merchandise?
Jacob Fatu. Yes.
All right. Fair point. Fair point.
That's all I'll say. Fuck Hammerstone.
Yes.
Fuck everybody else.
If the Samoan werewolf ever comes to WWE, he's taking over the head of the table. That bastard.
You did hear. Wait, so you heard. So you know the rumor that his uncle Rikishi is pushing to get him to be there.
Not pushing, shoving.
Yeah, he has basically said Solo should not be up there right now. Solo's his son. That's sad. When you're saying my son should go back to NXT and you need to get my nephew up here because he is way better a wrestler. And yes, Fatu,
I can tell you right now, the Samoan werewolf is badass.
Folks, if you don't know who the Samoan werewolf is, look at MLW and look at New Japan.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu is like basically if you took Umaga and let him speak English.
Ooh, my God.
Like, he wrestles
Ooh.
barefoot. He has beaten he was the longest reigning MLW heavyweight champion. He was part of Contra, which is
If
their
you don't know,
faction.
you better know. He's badass. Let me tell you what. He is badass.
I mean, it's like, I'll put it this way, folks. I don't bullshit when I say I watch wrestling. I watch wrestling. So
Yeah, me too.
that's why I love when I see a good wrestler that I know is a solid guy. Yes.
If you gave me a choice to go to an MLW show or a Raw, I'll go to MLW.
Hell yeah. We've had, dude, you know how many? Okay, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, wrestling country.
Oh yeah,
We get
that's
at least
Ric Flair
every
country.
other month. We have at least 2 WWE shows come through Greensboro, Raleigh, or Charlotte,
Yep.
and I never go to them. But I've gone to AEW 5 times. I've gone to when Ring of Honor was its own company, Ring of Honor, and I saw the Crockett Cup here 2 years ago. And I've gone to New Japan. So,
What do you guys think of Theory's new his gimmick? You think he's better this way? I do.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have a dog in the fight for Theory.
I mean,
He's overhyped.
I think he's another one like he's like Bianca Belair.
They brought him up too soon.
He shouldn't be there yet, but he is.
He needs to be back. He needs to be back in developmental, like wrestling Braun Breaker. He should be NXT champion.
Yeah,
and
I
think he should be doing that.
And I think Bianca Belair should be facing Mandy Rose for the women's champion NXT.
No,
I think it's too fast for both of those. I like them. I don't hate either one of them, but I just think when you do things this fast, like where do you go from here? Kind of thing. 10 years down the line, what do you do?
Well, look, but I think another piece of that is like he was McMahon's project, and you yank the rug out with McMahon being gone, and now he's a motherless ship.
It's true, but McMahon, like if he did things correctly, he should have never pulled him that fast. He was nowhere near ready.
Correctly, because McMahon wanted to have. McMahon looked at it as I need somebody because he follows the belief of young, muscled out talent that look handsome or women that are gorgeous and wear less clothes to sell versus talent. Because let's be realistic. Liv Morgan, Shotzi Blackheart, Shayna Baszler, wouldn't get any TV time because they're not to Vince McMahon. To the average guy, they're beautiful women, but to Vince McMahon, he didn't look at them as talent. Look at someone like Apollo Crews. They just said in the picture, Apollo Crews is the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. I mean, I could name several other people in NXT that should be wrestling for it, but like Dominik Dijakovic,
who they just brought back to NXT.
I was thinking Dominik Dijakovic should have been the 5th member of the team on the Brawling Brutes in the night.
Nah.
He could have been good on that team.
I've watched him wrestle up close. That dude's too big and he tries to do too many high spots.
I think he would have been good next to Sheamus.
Nah, you needed Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was in a major storyline. There was a lot more.
Well, Kevin Owens is good for the storyline, but if you were putting that storyline out because Kevin Owens, when somebody asked me if so Kevin Owens hurt himself, who do you put in his place? I said Dominik because he's a hard-hitting son of a bitch. But now that Kevin Owens is back and he got healed a little faster, but
Dominik doesn't have the mic presence that Kevin has. Come on.
Yeah, Kevin is, and he's got
I'm saying in case. No, I'm saying in case Kevin was hurt and couldn't go. Who else you gonna put?
put him in
It
the
would have to be
match.
somebody
You
like
could have grabbed a couple of different people.
Oh, bro,
You can't
they
put,
would have.
you
If
can't
you
put
would have
Riddle.
drafted
You
anybody,
can't put Riddle.
yeah, you could put Riddle in there. Riddle has got a way better mic presence and
Yeah,
just a
but
physical presence that people would associate because of Randy Orton. I would have put
if
him
you
in there.
if,
You could
if
have
you
put
put
in.
Riddle, if you put Riddle in his storyline with Seth Rollins, yes. But now they went back. They reverted back to the goofy Riddle, which is no good.
But think about this though: is they could have also not done this match, and could have put Seth Rollins in there. You know,
That's
because
another one too.
he's
That
talking.
could easily not happen.
He's
That would have
talked
been
about
better
being
than
the
Riddle.
face of Raw. So
That'd have been better than Riddle because you got to admit the way they reverted back to Riddle now after the Seth Rollins feud, he's no
Hell, they
good in
could've
that match. He's
even paid the
he's
money
just
and
a
gone and
good
got Brock Lesnar.
Hell, Lesnar could have been even thrown in that mix because Lesnar has heat with everybody on both sides of the spectrum. He had heat with Sheamus, he had heat with McIntyre, and he has heat with Roman.
Right.
But why do you put Riddle back into that goofy spot after he's already been more
Because
serious?
you can't.
Now you put him with another goofy tag team partner.
But what else is there for him to do after you lose to the U.S. champion?
And yeah, what else is there to do after you lost Randy Orton, which was his major selling point?
First of all, I wouldn't have had him lose that night. He needs a championship.
Yeah, but that's no. You need someone to. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and we all can agree. If Roman has both belts, the U.S. title is what, and the Intercontinental titles are what anchor those shows.
That's why what they need to do is they need to split the belts. They need to. This is what they need to do. So the Royal Rumble winner needs to face Roman Reigns for the Universal belt, and then the winner of Elimination Chamber needs to face him for the other belt.
But didn't they do the Elimination Chamber?
No, it's gonna happen in February.
Oh,
it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the live event that called Elimination.
No,
Chamber.
It is.
Okay. Jim Cornette said that they were canceling it.
That's what I.
It's in Houston, from what I last heard.
They might be doing the Elimination Chamber match, but it's not.
It's not a PLE.
No, from what I heard last time,
it's not called Elimination.
I mean, if they do it, I'll put it this way: if you do Elimination Chamber, I don't disagree with that, Joe. I think we should have the Royal Rumble winner, which we know is going to be Cody. But then, who do you have walk out of Elimination Chamber? Karrion Kross, because that's who they're pushing. Let's be real. You're pushing Kross, and I mean, do you think Kross can carry SmackDown?
No,
but he could carry Raw.
That
no, Cody's gonna carry Raw.
If they were smart, they'd put it on Gunther.
That's what my money says. You put it on Gunther.
I'm telling you, Imperium is hot
right now.
They're hot, mid-card hot. They're not hot.
But look, they're not bloodline hot. But I mean, look, the bloodline is going to go away for a little bit after WrestleMania.
I don't care which way you do it. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn tag team titles, Cody Rhodes with the wing belt as the world heavyweight champion, and then you put the Universal champion on. I don't give a fuck who, really. But you got to split those belts up. If you're going to continue this grand split, you got to split it.
There's got to be a heel in there somewhere.
You can't have the United States belt as the main belt. You can't.
All right. So, again, neither one of us is disagreeing with you. And I think I agree that you have no heel, though. Like, you put a face champion for Raw because Cody's going to be on Raw, and that's his where they need to put him. But I think if you
with the world belt, with the world title,
you give him the Gold Eagle belt on Raw,
right?
And then you take the Universal title and you send that to SmackDown. And I think you either put it on. If you put it on Cross, it's not gonna do well.
Well, I don't know about Cross.
I put it on Gunther, it'd be great.
But here's what I'm thinking too: what if Cody wins at WrestleMania, right? And we know this is probably the direction they go in. He wins both belts, but then he stands up on the Raw after WrestleMania and says, one person shouldn't hold both belts. and he gives up the SmackDown title, right? And they have a tournament like they did at WrestleMania years ago.
Who
A
wins?
one tournament. You got to run the gauntlet.
Who wins? Who you pick?
If it was me, I'd put it on Gunther. I would. A heel champion.
You have enough guys there that you could put a good tournament together that would be a really like where the finals would be someone like if you had to elevate Gunther to championship level to that title, Drew McIntyre or Sheamus would be the finals. And because of the fact that Sheamus and Gunther had that fire ass match on SmackDown, they had that fire ass match at Clash at the Castle. It would just WWE would be leaving money on the table to not do a Sheamus versus Gunther world title match where like Sheamus goes all out and loses and then they shake hands.
So hold on. Do you honestly think Fox is gonna be happy with a Gunther world champion?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Why? You know why they will be? Because Roman is going to Hollywood for a while. Roman's part-time. The Usos are going to be like Scott said it.
Scott, think about it. Is Fox going to be happy? Now, think about it in Fox eyes. Are they going to be happy with a Gunther world champion?
Look, do I think they're going to
answer the question? You're in court. Are they going to answer?
If you stop interrupting me, counselor.
I can't do that. That's what I do. I'm Italian.
I know. So look, I think 100%. Are they going to be completely on board? No, but I think there is enough of a body of work with Gunther as the Intercontinental, which has always traditionally been the championship that sets up the next level.
That's the tier. That's the jumping stone.
That's the jump. So he has such a body of work defending that belt and making it a more look, candidly, let's all be honest with each other. It is a more elevated title today being on him than it has been at any point in the last 5 years.
Ricochet, Braun Strowman. Let's go through the list of guys that have recently held it. Ricochet. I love Ricochet as much as I loved him as Prince Puma and King Ricochet. He's just not there. He's not there.
No.
Gunther holding that belt. He's wrestled guys like McIntyre. He's wrestled guys like Rey Mysterio. He's wrestled Strowman. He's wrestled Sheamus. He's wrestled Rollins. He's wrestled big name guys. If anybody's trying to say they're setting up a championship run for him, it's now. The time is now. Strike while the iron's hot.
All right, wait. So yes, I agree. Gunther is the most recognizable champion in the last probably 15 years of Intercontinental champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is Fox going to be okay with Gunther running?
But look at the buzz. But look at the pop that match that they got on Fox got. It was the highest rated segment in the last 9 months.
Let me put it in perspective. If you take Seth Rollins or Gunther as champion on that fucking, I know Seth Rollins is not on that brand,
right?
But someone of that caliber versus Gunther, who do you choose as the champion then?
I mean, look, I don't know. Candidly, I would still put it on Gunther because here's the thing.
I don't
think about who you would have that would chase him for the title. The chase is where the money is.
If it was me, honestly, if it was me, I would make it one belt, and they would go from show to show, Intercontinental show to show, United States show to show, tag team show to show, women's tag team show to show, one women's belt show to show, and that's it.
But then, Joe, think about this. You do that, and you're going to run into the problem that AEW.
Exactly. You have AEW's issue. You run into AEW's current problem.
You don't. No, you don't, because you got 5 hours worth of TV as opposed to 2.
You are now doubling up the amount of work you're putting on your champions.
Yeah. I mean, which is the current problem because you have a part-time champion that doesn't come to work.
You're really not.
Think about it this way. Remember 2 years ago, right during the pandemic, right before it, we had Brock Lesnar hold the belts captive and disappear for months where there was and everybody hated him for it. People hated WWE because you had a guy that was a part-time, extreme part-time wrestler put the major belt off television for 6 months and would come in and wrestle when he felt like it because he was a Vince guy. Now you look at the belts are on Roman. He's now a part-time guy. It's everybody now knows that he has signed a contract to wrestle only at the big 4 pay-per-views. That's all he does. And to get him to come out and say that, oh, I'm going to wrestle my big match against my cousin, and they don't want the strap on the line, that's already a setup that's saying, all right, we know you're going to give us The Rock Roman at WrestleMania. We need to build up a talent. Bray Wyatt, I love Bray Wyatt, but he's not there yet. You need a Gunther to hold that show down because he's proven, Scott said it best, he's proven he can carry the brand.
You're telling me Gunther is more over than Bray Wyatt?
Yes, he is, currently.
In terms of
there ain't no way.
Yes.
There ain't no way Gunther is more over than Bray Wyatt.
He is.
There's no
Think
way.
about here. Okay, Bray Wyatt just came back to television. He hasn't wrestled a single match, and he's gotten just a pop and sells merchandise. Guess what? He did the same thing like that before he left.
That's all he needs. How much has Gunther sold?
I don't care. I want to watch wrestling. That's what I want. That's what I want to see, and Gunther does that for me.
That's the problem. See, you got wrestling and you got storyline. You're more AEW. Me and Scott are more WWE. We like storyline. You like wrestling.
But here's the thing.
My point proven right there. My point proven is Bray Wyatt storyline, Gunther wrestling. What do I want more? I want storyline. I want that soap opera feel.
Let's think about this for a second. They had the belt on Bray Wyatt when he had the best gimmick of all, the Fiend, and they fucked it up.
That was different. That was
but think about this, Joe. They haven't even gotten to the Wyatt 6 part yet. We're still in the beginning stages of that. This is a slow burn. I'm not saying a year from now he's not the man.
That's the beauty of it. I'm not saying put the belt on him. He doesn't even need a belt. He's more over than Gunther. If you take Bray Wyatt as with no belt against Gunther with a world title, Bray Wyatt's more over. Guaranteed 100%. Nobody's changing my mind on that one. Nobody.
Okay. I respect it. Look, I'm not arguing with you that I think in terms of merchandise sales and
there's no way anybody can tell me that Gunther is more over than Bray Wyatt. Nobody. Look at all the people who stayed after the show at Extreme Rules because they knew he was coming back. If Gunther was coming back, everybody would have been in the fucking I-95 traffic by the time that shit happened, and you know it.
Jojo, I know. But what I'm saying is you have to look at it 2 different ways. It is the entire package, which includes your in-ring work, and just what you bring in terms of merch.
I'm taking Bray Wyatt all the way through.
Okay.
His ring work is fucking phenomenal.
He hasn't been in the ring in 2 years.
He doesn't need to be. But if he is going, that's an added plus.
If you want him to be the champion, Joe, he's got to get in the ring.
That's like having $1 million but winning $1 million more. You don't need the other $1 million.
Then why do you need to put the ball?
I missed a part of the conversation. I was going to step away, but I have to ask you this, Joe. So you're telling me that you would rather
they just put the belt back on Theory.
Oh shit!
Holy shit! I did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either.
By the way, this match was really good.
Lashley's face. Look at his face.
Hey, look, bro, there's blood.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I got what I wanted.
It only
finally.
It only
in
took
the wrong
4
match, but hey.
So let me ask you this. And this is a perfect example of look at the fans' reactions. Great match. Why would you strip the belt from the hottest guy on Raw right now who can wrestle, put on a show, excellent on the mic, better than both Lashley and Theory. But why?
I already have the answer for that, because Seth Rollins doesn't need that belt. Just like Charlotte Flair, when she comes back, she doesn't need a belt. She doesn't. Hulk Hogan doesn't need a belt. Stone Cold, Rock doesn't need a belt.
Okay.
They're so over. And that's what I was trying to get him to. The point with him is, if you take, Bray Wyatt is more over now without wrestling a single match than Gunther is right now.
But
Now, Gunther's over. Gunther's over. I love Gunther, but he's not as over. Bray Wyatt gets the pop.
But how long is that going to go on before
Bray Wyatt and Cody Rhodes are the two best wrestlers right now in professional wrestling. They're the biggest pop in professional wrestling. Name two more. Name two. Roman. Yeah, and everybody 2 years ago, everybody was booing Roman out of the fucking building.
You just asked a question. I answered it. That's all.
It's wrong. If you put Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt in the ring the same time, and you put a little hand over their head, and you say who gets the biggest pop, like you do in a fucking karaoke place, I guarantee you Bray Wyatt gets it still.
Okay, but also Bray Wyatt got that pop because of his gimmick at the time was the most over gimmick and the #1 merch seller for over 2 years.
And he still is.
All right, and again, he took time away from the ring because he got upset because he over creative. So
I don't know if he got upset. I think McMahon then just got rid of him because they're assholes.
Well, Vince McMahon said he was difficult to work with, and several other people inside the company, including Jim Cornette, when you listen to his podcast, said very, very much a lot of people resonated that he was wanting to hold his hands on his gimmick. Very similar to like Undertaker. And I'm sorry, Undertaker reinvented himself over 30 plus years and kept his gimmick his own.
I think Bray Wyatt could too.
I agree with you that Bray Wyatt can, but you have to agree at some point that we sit down to watch wrestling, not for just the story. The story is what gets me to the dance. The music is what's making me dance. If I'm not watching the wrestling in the ring, then why the hell am I watching wrestling?
I'll tell you this.
I can watch any other number of things.
I'll tell you this. As much as I love The Undertaker, if you gave me a choice, I'm taking Bray Wyatt.
Wow.
And that might sound crazy. I'm telling you right now.
You drinking?
You're drunk, Joe. Somebody mute his mic. That's it.
No,
I'm about to mute his mic on that one because I'm like, oof, that's an insult to the dead man.
I love the dead man, but you know what? All that mystical shit, they're trying to get away from that with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is a more down-to-earth psychopath. If you call the 888 number, you'll understand what they're doing with him.
I saw that and I heard that and I agree with you.
Yeah,
but you have to agree that part of the gimmick of what we like is that Gunther represents, and I'm going to support Gunther 100%. Gunther supports in my brain the wrestler of the 80s. A guy that was big, a guy that was strong, a guy that can wrestle any height, any style, but still wrestle his match. Because he did it with Sheamus. He did it with Mysterio.
Yes. Gunther's awesome.
Like Barry Windham in the NWA.
Who?
In the 80s. Barry Windham in the 80s in the NWA. He wrestled everybody. And put on fire matches when he was a TV champion. Put on fire matches when he was a tag team champion. You know, he was that guy that, look, he was a little cardboard in his promos at times. But you know what? Even with that being the case, a very Gunther-like cardboardness, he still brought it in the ring. And you still like Barry Windham to this day, do not.
I love Barry Windham.
I know.
But
did
Barry Windham ever entertain me storyline wise? Not really.
But you liked him because of what he could do in the ring.
I liked him. I didn't love him. Bray Wyatt.
He doesn't love you either.
Bray Wyatt and Cody Rhodes are my two favorite.
I know, and you're very passionate about
them to like. Here's the thing: if you take Undertaker, right? Like everybody knows that motherfucker's not dead. It's Mean Mark Callis. He used to walk the ropes in WCW. He couldn't get anywhere. They didn't want to keep him. They let him go. Then you get Percival Pringle to be his manager, and he comes in as pallbearer. Well, first you got Brother Love, who brings him in, honestly, at the Royal Rumble 1991. And then all of a sudden, Brother Love disappears, and you got Paul Bearer, Percival Pringle as his manager, right? All this mystical shit happens, the coffin, the raising from the dead, the druids, this and that. This is all the things that people nowadays don't want anything to do with wrestling. They don't want that in wrestling. They want pure storyline. And that's what I want. And that's what Bray Wyatt's giving me right now. That's what Cody Rhodes is giving me right now. They're giving me pure storyline. They're not giving me any bullshit. Like I told you in Terrifier 2, the only part I didn't like was the mystical fucking knife. I didn't like that.
Here's the thing.
Never like that. It doesn't have anything to do with the goddamn show. The mystical shit needs to stay out. Bray Wyatt.
This is legitimately what it's like to talk to you during these shows.
This is fucking the loose cannon live.
But see, I love it though because I'm a passionate wrestling fan too.
I am too, man. But I'm telling you right now, I don't like.
Oh shit! Kevin's wearing a Dusty Rhodes shirt.
That's not that. Look at that. You can't beat that, man.
That is.
And this falls exactly into where I'm talking about. Dusty Rhodes was the man. Ric Flair was the man. Did they raise the fucking gods from the ground? No, they did not.
But so did Papa Shango. The Ultimate Warrior.
Papa Shango also had like 10, 15 different gimmicks, and they all got over.
But think about Ultimate Warrior. The warrior spirit. Come on. They all
I've never been a big warrior guy. I never.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You're telling me again, and I agree with Scott because I know talking to passionate wrestling fans, and it's tough because when you're so like,
I like being an underdog. Come on, bring it.
You get the blinders on, and I see it. I see it, and the thing is, you're entitled to the love that you share for Bray Wyatt because I love Bray Wyatt too. But I'm gonna tell you this: real talk, numbers wise. Wyatt ain't doing shit till he gets his ass in a ring and wrestles. Yes. And when he wrestles, you're going to see fucking ring rust like a motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you now, that's going to set apart from a guy, LA Knight, that's been busting his ass. And when LA Knight gets buried because of the fact of popularity due to merchandise numbers, not to wrestling ability, to merchandise numbers, that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Do I want to see that happen? No. Would I love to see a guy like Knight versus Gunther to have him elevated to wrestling because that's what LA Knight's good at? Yes. In wrestling, there's two camps.
Okay.
There's the guys that talk but can't do shit in the ring. Then there's the guys that do shit in the ring and can't talk.
Let me stop you for a minute. Did you like Hulk Hogan growing up?
No. I was a Bret the Hitman Hart fan.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Okay, Bret Hart. Do you think, honestly, I'm just going to throw this out there. Do you think Bret Hart could beat Ric Flair in a wrestling match?
Yes.
He did multiple times.
He did. Multiple times. And they had some of the best. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ric Flair's best matches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, probably one of my favorite matches.
Yeah.
Clash of Champions 1 is one of the greatest title matches of all time.
I agree. Dude, Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair were great. Ricky Steamboat, Macho Man were great.
Ric Flair.
But again, you're talking predetermined matches. I understand, but do you honestly think Ric Flair is not better than Bret Hart?
I was expecting Joe to follow us. I saw the music. I already knew.
The music.
I do like Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong.
Like I'm gonna tell you something funny. I'm gonna give you a funny story right now while this is coming on. When I first did YouTube a couple years ago, I had a friend of mine that was into and loved Roman Reigns, and I used to talk the most shit every time we talked wrestling. I would shit all over Roman Reigns just because
A lot
I
of
knew
people
Roman
did.
Reigns was over. And
I
yeah,
did
did
too.
I like Roman Reigns? Yeah, of course I liked him at the time, but I knew to shit on him because of all the other wrestlers I liked.
Yep.
And now it's funny is, do I like him now? Yes, because I bought his T-shirt.
I
bought
love
a
his
T-shirt.
now.
I love
This-
God Mode. That God Mode shirt is
Oh,
probably one of his best-selling pieces of merch I think ever made, because I think it set him into that stratosphere of like The Rock, Stone Cold, Bret the Hitman, Kevin Nash, Undertaker, Hogan, Warrior. That's where he put him into that echelon of you're that fucking good that your shirt says you're God. Not like JBL, where you're a wrestling god. I'm God mode. I am the dude that sets the bar.
greatness on a different level, baby.
And I think that was amazing. Now, do I look at, guys like Kofi Kingston, who I love Kofi Kingston, and I love Kofi Mania. Do I love Big E and Big E winning the belt? Yes. Do I see other guys that didn't get their just desserts because of guys like Lesnar and guys like Roman having to shit on their spotlight? Yes. Do I get mad that AJ Styles, who is a fucking phenomenal wrestler professionally as well as an actual athlete? Yes.
Yep.
Do I get mad that he's not wearing a belt? Hell yes. Because AJ is at that point where Brett was. To me, Brett was at a point where he was untouchable. The only person that had to shit on him was Shawn Michaels. And then you look at Shawn Michaels, and I love Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is by far one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I loved him growing up as a kid. Now you look at guys like who do these kids idolize now? John Cena. I mean,
There's
Cena,
one we haven't talked about.
he's one I haven't even thrown in. And it's funny. As much
Oh
as people
my
hate
God!
Cena,
Please don't throw him in there. Oh,
you know what? On a Mount Rushmore, you got
oh my God!
on a Mount Rushmore, you'd put Cena's face on it for the fact that guy sells merch, has done
And
things.
he carried that company for years
Bro,
Fuck him.
in a
Randy
very
Orton,
down time.
Edge, The Miz, all built their names off of Cena's back.
Look, here's the thing. Go watch the A&E show Rivalries. And the way that they talk about John Cena and how he elevated other people's games at various points, at critical moments in their career, and did the job for them to get them over. So it's more, he did more behind the scenes than at any other point
I
in
understand
front.
that. I understand that. If you're talking Mount Rushmore, though, come on. John Cena's nowhere near that.
Bro,
It can't
in
be.
the modern era,
In
you
No,
have
period.
to put him on there.
Period. Mount Rushmore, for me, is a no-brainer every time. Hogan, Flair, Stone Cold, The Rock. That's it.
All right, you're covering you're forgetting a generation. Which
No,
You're
I'm
really
covering,
touching on one era.
I'm covering
yeah, you're
that
looking
Hogan.
at the eras of the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s.
I'm
You're
covering
missing
that
out.
Hogan ran the business and brought wrestling to what it was.
I mean, Dusty Rhodes should be on there. The guy was responsible
Undertaker.
for some of the greatest matches of the 1980s.
He did, but he was one of those typical mid-card wrestlers that never really made it, except when he fought Ric Flair, which is my number 2. Hogan, Flair, and then you got Stone Cold, who at the King of the Ring, 1991 or 2, whatever it was, changed wrestling forever.
Yeah,
Whatever it was,
316.
7. I don't even know what year it was. 6, 96.
I think it was
I don't know.
96.
Then you got the Rock. I mean, come on. I mean, look, the Undertaker. He's right there. If there was a 5th Mount Rushmore, he'd be there.
Well,
But see, I think you're leaving out and Scott agrees with me on this one. You're leaving out the 2000s, the end of the 90s. You
Like
you
who?
cannot leave out ruthless aggression. From
Yep.
you can't leave attitude to ruthless aggression without mentioning guys like a new Mount
Triple H.
Rushmore would have to be made, because I would put on that Mount Rushmore Randy Orton, John Cena,
Triple H.
Triple H.
Who
I mean,
at-
those are just three names right there.
In
CM
that
Punk,
era?
hell, I would even
Yeah.
put CM Punk's face on that, because Punk is fucking revolutionized the business.
Well, if you make more than one Mount Rushmore, sure. If you make
But
one
you
for each generation, yeah, that's
Because
fine.
Stone Cold and The Rock are the same generation,
Yep.
and they built the Attitude Era.
I'm just talking big picture. Big
If I'm
picture.
gonna look at big picture, okay, big picture. Hogan makes it partially, but I wouldn't. I'm gonna be different. I would put Dusty. I'd put Flair.
Mhm.
I'd put Taker, and I'd put Shawn Michaels.
That's 5. You gotta take one
No.
out.
I take Hogan off. You put
Okay.
you put Dusty. You put Flair, Taker,
Mhm.
and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, and that's the you know what? That's the beauty of it. Like you can have your opinion.
Oh, of course. I'm not telling you to. I'm
Yeah.
just. I'm
I'm
what
still
I'm selling
affirm-
you on is what I think.
As a lot of people in this day and age don't like have people having their own opinion. I still like people to have their own opinion. So I
course.
give that to you, my brother. You can have that own opinion. I like
Now
that.
listen, I love it, because if you don't have an opinion, if we both agreed, we would be fucking automatons, and this shit would be boring as hell.
Yes.
It really would.
In a day and age where they like to take that from everybody, I grant that to you, and you grant that to me. I'm sure.
Oh,
And
I
that's
grant it
fine.
to Scott. I mean, because we're family. I don't want us to be
Yeah.
sitting here and be
No,
like, oh yeah, the greatest wrestlers of all time. Because in all honesty, the GOAT is not Jericho. Jericho's
No.
a great wrestler.
No,
Hell,
that's why I said to me, this motherfucker sitting right here, my Mount Rushmore, Hogan, Flair, Stone Cold, The Rock, in that order.
Mhm.
And I might
That's
take. I
why.
would probably take Shawn Michaels off and probably put Triple H, because Triple H really has, I think, defined wrestling for the last 30 years.
And,
I
and
gotta give
think
it to
about,
him.
and think about what he's brought, like
Yeah.
DX.
Yeah.
DX was the faction before the NWO.
Yeah. I love
There would be no NWO if it was not DX.
I
That's
could have like 100 people on this Mount Rushmore. But when I think of Mount Rushmore, I think of Ric Flair entertaining me. He entertained me so much in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, 2000s. Hogan the
All right.
same.
So
Stone Cold,
here's
you know what he did. The Rock, you know what he did. The beauty of it is, I would hope that nobody would have the two. I would hope that nobody would have the exact same Mount Rushmore. I would love for everybody to have a different one, because that means wrestling's even bigger than it should be.
Well, I mean, that's
fucking
and
great.
We're not even including them. We're not even including international stars like Antonio Inoki.
I'm not even including Bruno
Morales.
Sammartino. I mean, look at Bruno Sammartino. What he held the longest reigning world champion of all time.
Bob Backlund.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we're not.
They ruined him a little bit, but
folks,
you know.
folks, just for those in the chat and that watch this and comment, you are witnessing 4 old men really go old school when we start calling out Bruno Sammartino.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, because that's how old we are, that we can go back that far and start quoting guys like. Because I mean, realistically speaking, I came into being a wrestling fan when the Hart Foundation and Demolition. You know, I met Bret Hart. He put the glasses on me ringside. That set me up for life to be a wrestling fan. You know,
man, you see this little glisten right here? That's silver. That's gray right there. I'm 49, almost 50 years old, man. I've been watching this shit since 1978. I'm very passionate about it, and I will not change my mind.
Real to you, damn it.
For the benefit of any fucking body. Anybody.
No, I agree.
As much as I love both of you.
I know.
I
have mine.
So, Joe, I have to know. Joe, I really have to know this. So I've heard your singles Mount Rushmore. Tag teams.
Ooh.
Road Warriors,
Hell
Okay.
yes.
Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, and
Okay.
the fourth one would probably be. The fourth one's tough.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, think you've hit now. You've hit generations. Like you're hitting.
Uh-huh.
I mean, rock and roll is that's 70s, 80s.
Rock
You
and
got
Roll
Uh-huh.
Midnight,
Express, Midnight
70s, 80s,
Express, Road Warriors number one, no doubt.
80s, 90s. You got Road Warriors, 70s, 80s, 90s.
For
Do
that
you have
fourth
anybody that
one,
would go modern?
that fourth one,
I know mine. I know I have. I just thought of like how I would do it. And it'd
that
be
Yeah.
fourth one, it's really tough to me. But like I almost have to put the Usos in there, but I'm kind of close to putting the New Day in there.
You wouldn't put the Steiner brothers,
That's another one, man. Like
Harlem Heat,
Right?
that's
Men
another
on a
one. See?
Mission. I'm gonna throw them in there. Men on a Mission.
Demolition, I would say that there are a copy of the Road Warriors, and they're good. But I
The new
wouldn't
age.
say that I'd put them in the Mount
Wait,
Rushmore.
oh shit, the Hart Foundation.
If I had
Uh-huh.
to pick a fourth one, it'd be the British
Healthy
Bulldogs. British Bulldogs. Dynamite Kid, Davy Boy Smith. Period.
Okay, that's interesting. That
You
is.
can't beat that four right there.
I mean, that's.
That-
I'm not looking to beat it. I ain't looking
Rock
to
and
beat
roll,
it, but
rock
that's
and roll,
interesting.
Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, the Road Warriors, and the British Bulldogs. Wow. Heart
Joe kept it in
Foundation's
the
right
80s.
there, though.
He kept it nice in the 80s.
He really did. And I'll tell you, mine is literally, look, to me, no better team than the Midnight Express. I mean,
Cornette,
God,
Cornette, the market man.
yeah. I mean,
That's why FTR uses their music. Come on, man.
you know,
Come on,
look,
man.
I'm also looking the fabulous Freebirds, who had one of the greatest feuds in the history of wrestling with the
And
Von
one
Erich.
of the only
With the and Von Erich,
interchangeable
another
tag team
to throw in
champions of
there.
all time. You could use any change of those. I agree.
Yeah,
That's
Von
the
Erich.
beauty of
Oh, shit, I
wrestling.
didn't even think about adding them in there.
That's the beauty
Yeah.
of professional wrestling.
look, I'm going to be honest with you. I have been watching Tales from the Territories on Vice.
So have I. Love that show.
Oh, dude, and legit, like it has got me going back and watching old wrestling.
Mhm.
And God bless Vince for this. He went and bought all those libraries and put them on
Yes,
the
thank goodness.
network,
Yeah.
so that we can go back and watch World Class, and we can go
Yeah.
back and watch, like literally, like the Tales from the Territories. The World Class episode was on last week, and I watched it, Wednesday. And dude, I forgot the look on my face when when Bam Bam smacked Carrie in the head with that cage door and the sound it made. And we're talking like when this happened is the 80s. I'm watching on ESPN at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or I would get home from school, get off the bus, go home. That's what we would watch every single day, World Class. And literally when that hit, the sound it made. I still sat back and thought, damn. But yeah, look, that's another one. Like I threw the Hart Foundation in there because look, that was all time one of my teams. I had the glasses. Like Dre, I had the glasses.
Hey,
look,
let me tell you something. But as much as he was your team, they were your team. Was Jim Neidhart ever any good after they split?
well, no,
but that's the thing. Jim Neidhart wasn't supposed to be as a tag.
The British Bulldogs never split.
And
Really,
the Dynamite Kid didn't do anything except in Japan. He never
Right.
brought to America. And Davey Boy, the furthest he ever got was
they only
the IC
split
title main
when
event.
Dynamite Kid died, and then Davey Boy Smith became the British Bulldog and became Intercontinental Champion. That's as far as he went.
That's not what happened. You got to go watch Dark Side of the Ring.
Mhm.
I've watched Dark
Go
Side.
watch- Did you watch the one about Dynamite Kid? Because that is not what happened.
Yeah, that's
He
not
died.
the story.
No, he didn't die till years. He died after Davy Boy.
Oh, did
Years
he?
after Davey Boy, yeah.
Okay.
Like years
He was
after, like, I mean,
paralyzed. He was paralyzed living in London, and his daughter flew from Calgary to go see him.
Okay.
And like they had a very estranged relationship, and then his daughter, they rekindled it, and like a couple months later he died.
Okay.
And that's exactly.
Thanks for
And
telling
that
that
was
one.
like.
Okay.
And by the way, his daughter, total smoke show. Total smoke show. But yeah, I mean, like, look, but that's the beauty of tag team shows. Like, I don't care what they did singles.
Yeah.
I only care about their body of work while they were a tag team.
Yeah. That's why I picked my 4.
And look, I'm
honestly,
gonna
honestly, when Hawk died, Animal tried to get the other tag team partner, and it was no good. Remember the New
That's
Road Warriors?
that's trying to strike. Yeah, that's trying to strike while the iron's hot, but you can't.
Right. You can't.
right. And look, I'll throw a modern team in there on my Mount Rushmore. The Bar.
That was a good team.
That was an excellent team.
Yeah.
I mean,
They not only raised the bar, they are the bar.
I mean,
Yeah.
and they had a great gimmick, 2 styles that played well off of each other. Claudio so clean in the ring. You know, Sheamus is
fantastic.
better. The only thing that killed them was injuries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Between
And that's
the
why I
busted mouth
threw.
and the
That's
arms
why I
and
threw the Usos and New Day in as, like, you know, if you need recent tag teams, I mean, those two have had multiple tag team titles and been really entertaining.
All right, I'll give you mine, and I'm gonna go.
All right.
I'm gonna go with a classic, a good classic, because see, I gotta go with Harlem Heat.
Oh, that's
Ricky
such a.
Stevie Ray.
By the way, one of the all-time greatest mess ups during an interview.
Oh yeah, when he calling the guy the N-word.
Yep.
I mean, I love that promo. I love being Gene Okerlund's face and
Hulk Hogan.
Jerry calling Hulk Hogan. Woo! I'm gonna leave that out there, folks. It's on YouTube. If you guys ever want to watch it, go on YouTube and check that video out. It's hilarious. But Harlem Heat, I think, defined for me as a kid growing up, you know, a team of 2 guys that were, you know, of color, because again, that was it. You were talking in the late 80s, early 90s. There were not many wrestlers of color that were tag team wrestlers that were as popular, as over as heels or as faces than Harlem Heat.
You know, another good tag team that we didn't mention of color was Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas.
They weren't together that long,
but they weren't. They were like a one-shot Mega Powers.
But
that's
they were pretty good together.
Well, they were, but they weren't champions though. They weren't like they weren't like guys like the Von Erichs.
And Harlem Heat were like they were real brothers, and it was a good tag team. I give you that. Harlem Heat was good. I didn't say they weren't. They were really good. They're just not on my top. They're not my top 4. And it's not had nothing to do with color or nothing like that. It's just, you know, just from watching it. It's just it is what it is.
Here comes some goodies into the ring.
I know. Now we got plunder.
We get more blood on fucking Dynamite than this. Oh my god!
Oh, we're gonna see blood happen.
You know they got away from the blood on WWE.
Yeah,
if they believe
it happens. It happens. Nobody blades. Yeah. We don't see blades. Now, obviously, you get Harlem Heat. On the other side of the spectrum, I have to include another tag team that just defined multi-generational. And it's funny because I say that, but it's going to be weird when I say it. The Dudley Boys.
Oh,
the Dudley Boys were one of those first tag teams to transcend winning every title in every major promotion around the world.
I love Devon.
Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley.
ECW.
You also got. Yeah, they're awesome. You also got Edge and Christian. You got the Hardys. There's so many out there. It's hard to narrow it down.
And that's why when I say these teams, I look at the body, like Scott said, I'm looking at the body of work of who they worked with that elevated them, and they elevated. Because I think of Harlem Heat versus the Steiners. I think of you know Harlem Heat versus Sting and Luger. I think of Harlem Heat versus any tag team you could have thrown at them in that generation. You know,
dynamic
same with when I look at I look at, you know, the Dudleys. The Dudleys fought everybody. They literally
and that's from ECW on.
Exactly. The only team they've never faced is the Young Bucks. When you think about it, they never faced the Young Bucks. They've never faced any of the more modern teams. But
Right.
the Dudleys defined a generation. Yeah, I could throw the Hardys in there because that's the same generation. Edge and Christian I could throw in there. But it's to me, the Dudleys were more of a I grew to love the Dudleys because I was a big boy. They were big boys.
So far, you got the Dudleys and Harlem Heat. Who's next?
Okay. I gotta go modern. I'm gonna go straight modern with this one, and it's gonna. I think I know Scott 100% agreed with me. FTR, they're the best workers on the planet to this day. I 100% think they are the best tag team anywhere, anytime. They're. I think you can look at the Usos, you can look at the New Day, you can look at, any other tag teams in WWE, New Japan, AAA. There's nobody's touching the FTR, and it's sad that they're getting shitted on because they're one of the best. Number 4. This is gonna be a guilty pleasure one because, again, it's defining an era. The New Age Outlaws.
Yep. Look, that was one I considered too.
You got to throw the New Age Outlaws in there. The badass Billy Gunn, And if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you.
And look, they're still making money off that gimmick today.
63 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
63 years old. Do you see how good Billy Gunn looks at 63?
Okay, so not to rush this along. So, Scott, what are your 4?
I gave them to you already.
He did.
Oh, say them again?
It was the Midnight Express, the Fabulous Freebirds, the Hart Foundation, and the Bar.
So I guess this tells you like what we all like. I guess I like 80s and 90s wrestling, and you guys you still like wrestling. I guess I don't. I don't need to be on this fucking thing. I'm out of here. Boom. I like old school wrestling.
Yeah,
Kevin and Sam here squaring up, guys.
I see it. I'm watching it. I'm looking at it. Oh, get him.
Nope.
Get him.
Ridge.
The one thing that tells me is I don't like modern wrestling, so I'm out of here. Peace out.
Well, it's not that. I think you're very much like your era ended for you at Ruthless Aggression.
Yep.
No, before that.
No, Ruthless Aggression started at the end of the Attitude.
Attitude era when mine ended.
That's where you.
I took probably from, I would say, 2007 or 8 to 2014 without watching wrestling.
Okay.
Which is all of Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah. So,
and I think
that's why I really don't recognize the CM Punks, the John Cena's, the early Shield stuff. I go back and watch it, but I didn't watch it live and in living color. And there was a certain part of time where wrestling rubbed me the wrong way, and I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I have more important things to do in my time than watch someone like John Cena wrestle Brock Lesnar and CM Punk and all this shit. And I missed out on a lot. But
you didn't really miss. I'm gonna tell you, Joe, you didn't miss because I think everybody, and I'm saying this for me. I don't know, Scott, if he went through this as well. There was a period through Ruthless Aggression where I took a break from wrestling too.
Yeah,
because
I did.
Because there was a point where there was just New Japan was there was no way to watch it because there was no real YouTube videos going up for you to watch it, and my Japanese wasn't also that good for me to really sit and watch it. AAA and CMLL, they kind of did their thing, and that was the growth of the independents. So you have to look at Ring of Honor at that time. You got to look at PWG, CMLL, AAA, CZW. That's where those guys that we now love, like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Moxley,
Seth Rollins,
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles,
Christopher Daniels, Kazarian. Like for me, I never watched a Daniel Bryan wrestling match probably prior to 2015. I never seen a Seth Rollins match prior to 2014, 15.
You never saw the Tyler Black days in
No.
As they say, the Tyler Black days, yeah.
No, and I'll be first to tell you, I never watched Ring of Honor. I thought it was ridiculous with the fucking ribbons thrown all over the place.
That's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, that's very Japanese.
I never watched. There was a period of time. I think it was like 2007 to 14. I didn't watch one bit of wrestling. It wasn't that I didn't watch WWE. I didn't watch anything.
Well, that's the thing, because there was really, you got to realize that at that point, and to the truth, there really wasn't anything to watch, because again, how much good shit could we have watched if there was nothing on television?
And to be honest with you,
dominated.
2007. I was going through a little transition period. In 2012, I got divorced, and there was a whole lot of shit going on. I didn't really have time to watch wrestling a lot. I was dedicated to what was going on in my life, and
no one's saying that you had to make.
No. I'm just saying why I didn't watch it.
You did what you had to do at the time.
Yeah, there were other things that I was more into, so I gave up on it because the Attitude Era for me was so good that I didn't think once they switched to Ruthless Aggression, it would be any better. So I just kind of
Kurt Angle defines that whole era. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
And even the comedy skits that he would do.
Yeah, I mean, like if you really
Sexy Kurt.
Oh God.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch
the hat, the cowboy hat, the signs with Edge.
The cowboy hat I remember for some reason. There were times that I did turn it on. I didn't totally block out from it. I wasn't like angry or anything. There were certain times I'd turn it on to see what was going on.
I think if you went and you watched like the Rivalry series,
Joe, I watched a pipe bomb. I saw all that shit. There were certain things that I did tune in for that just spur of the moment, luck of the draw. Nobody told me the pipe bomb was happening. I just happened to turn on there. It was, you know.
I think if you go back and you watch like the Rivalry series,
I have watched it all now. I'm caught up.
Yeah, and like and go back on the net on the cock, and you watch some of those old Raws. You kind of get a different appreciation. Like, look, like to Dre's point, I took a break back then because those storylines got repetitive and the same champions. That's when I got into Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor, I was living in Baltimore at the time. Mm-hmm. Ring of Honor ran a lot out of the arena near my house.
Inner Harbor, yeah, they ran it at the Inner Harbor.
They ran a ton. That was Kevin Steen, El Genericio, two guys that are in this match right now.
Right.
The Buck, Mike Bennett, guys like that.
I mean, Haven. That's Nigel McGuinness. I mean, you're looking at a lot of what we now know as modern classic guys, like that were like AJ Styles and Kazarian, that were going between Impact and New Japan, were literally would make a stopover in Ring of Honor and have great matches, because you had guys like Liger show up, or Tiger Mask, and I know Jericho now is there, but you got to look at the body of work of some of those guys that were just like fresh face Daniel Bryan, fresh face Tyler Black. I mean, it's Claudio. Claudio was there too. You can't go wrong with him. There's Gunther. Gunther was there. I mean, it's amazing to look at the guys that we see now. That Samoa Joe. How can I forget Joe?
Oh, yeah.
You can't forget.
That's where Joe is going to kill you chant started.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think to the
I watched a lot of their stuff. I went back and watched it. I just didn't watch it live.
Oh, no, go back to watch it now.
I did.
With new eyes. It's such a great thing to see it now.
Yeah.
Because you're like, holy shit, this is classic wrestling, or modern classic wrestling.
And those Inner Harbor shows were so personal. Like, literally, I met and talked and forged some friendships with so many of the guys because, like, I was there every week. And, like, just that was when you could see there was not a lot of money in it, especially Ring of Honor. They had no major TV deal. But these are guys that just did it because they had a lot of. They could try,
I still do.
and it would be okay.
Yeah.
Like there was no, but it worked because they grew up in that age like we did of watching wrestling that told a story.
Dory Funk, Terry. How do we forget the Funks in that list of
Oh,
tag teams?
or the Briscoes.
Or the Briscoes.
Or the Von Erich.
Both versions.
Oh, we mentioned the
Von
Von Erich at some point.
Oh my!
It's really
God.
hard because look, I go back and watch a lot of that old stuff, but I wasn't around for the Briscoes and the Funks until later, when like Dory was already like doing his own thing in Japan and was really semi-retired when Terry was around a lot in the 90s. And like the Briscoes, the only thing I had for the Briscoes was like going back and look at archival footage. So, I mean, to
And that's
me,
another
like
team you can't
Yeah.
sleep on because the Briscoes,
No.
they like even with the modern Briscoes, and I
Yes.
love them boys. Love me them
You
boys.
see the head of the tables in the ring now. Here it is.
Yeah, now
from
it's on.
Delaware, by the way. Dem boys from downstate Delaware.
I mean, I've met them. I've met Mark and Jay.
Yeah.
I've talked with them both. They're extremely cool dudes. I've talked
Very.
to
Yeah, I mean,
Kazarian.
shit, they're like what, 60 miles from us. Not
Yeah.
even.
Pigeon Forge, whatever. The thing is, though, I think, guys, when you guys in the chat comment or and when you watch the video, comment in the comment section. I mean, do you agree with us? Disagree with us? I mean, there was a point, and even just tell a story. Did you ever take a break from wrestling? Because I know I did, and I was in college, and I was working in the city. I took some time away, and I didn't go to shows nearly as much. I mean, granted, I did get to see Eddie Guerrero versus RVD at the Garden in a ladder match for the IC title, which was, I think, one of the matches of my life that I got to watch, where Vince McMahon ran out from the crowd, and I couldn't believe that shit. It was a live house show. I would say even I got to travel to newer shows that I've gotten to watch with Ring of Honor, and
I mean, I was at the. I was at when Kurt Angle faced Taz.
Oh,
nice.
And I'll never forget that. Like, I've been to a lot of big shows. I've been to WrestleMania in Philly in the late 90s. I waited overnight to get tickets with my friends in sleeping bags in 30-degree weather to get tickets. So it's not like I've ever given up on wrestling. There was a period of time where I felt like things were more important, and I just didn't watch those. I just didn't watch that era a whole lot. But then I went back and watched it, and I appreciate it. But there's certain people that I never latched on to, let's say, like John Cena's and CM Punk's, like everybody else did. Like when CM Punk came back to AEW, was it a big deal? Yeah, it seemed pretty cool, but was it like I was all marking out over it? Fuck no. I mean, I didn't really give two shits because I knew what would happen is eventually what did happen, and he thought he was bigger than wrestling again. And I
don't think. Okay, there's bias.
Now they're done again.
I'm gonna let you have your bias because Punk. Scott and I both said it plenty of times throughout this broadcast. The people that run AEW now is not Tony Khan. It is the Elite and Chris Jericho.
Well, at that time,
sadly,
CM Punk. If you listen to the media scrum, CM Punk said, "I'm trying to run a business here."
Yes, and you know what? Though?
And he is in the business of CM Punk.
Okay,
yes.
But wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause both of y'all.
Uh-huh.
Who did he wrestle when he came back? Darby Allin, Powerhouse Hobbs. He elevated FTR. Guys like Dante Martin. Guys that were not getting the pushes got the push.
And where are them guys now? Where are them guys?
What happens now?
Where are them guys? They're nowhere.
Well, FTR's got like 400 titles.
FTR's a different story. FTR's a tag team. But you look at Hobbs. He's on Rampage. Dante.
Or Dark.
Yeah, or Dark.
Or Elevation. Yeah.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? It did nothing for them by
Let
even going
Darby.
through that
Okay,
whole
what about
cycle.
Darby? Then let's talk about Darby. Because
Where's Darby
has
been
Sting,
lately?
and he
Where's
really
he been
needs
lately? Where's he
But-
been
but-
lately?
injured.
To counterpoint, I mean, Darby is with Sting, and that elevated him, I think, a little bit more than even Punk.
Not for me
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
don't
the
like
Punk
Sting.
thing didn't even do anything for him
Oh,
personally. But
here.
MJF,
I
Yep.
like Sting. I like Sting until I
I'll
miss
be honest.
Sting. A total dick.
That
So,
MJF Punk feud was amazing.
MJF
I'm
is
sad we're never going to see it.
MJF's the future, and if they're smart, they will resign him. If they're not, then
I
he'll
don't
reap
think
the benefits on Survivor Series 24.
I don't think
Now, he ain't saying in AEW.
No.
If he's smart, you know what you do? You do what Ric Flair did. You show up on WWE Raw
With the AEW,
with the
fucking
AEW
belt.
title belt and
Damn
drop
right.
it in a trash can.
yo.
That
That
would
would
be
be
the
such a
biggest
baller
pipe
move.
bomb
I would
of
love that.
2024.
I would
Mark
love
my
that.
words,
That's where
I
it
said it here.
belongs, in the trash can. That's where it belongs.
I'm saying it here, folks. You hear my two brothers right here hearing me say it. It's going out in the ether. Maxwell Jacob Friedman 2024 will show up on Raw the day his contract expires, which is in January of 2024.
Because he's not losing that belt.
He's going to show up either at the Rumble
Yep.
or he will show up on Raw the next night and drop the AEW title belt in the trash can and go like this.
And you
And
know
then
why,
Cody and him
Dre?
will start a feud.
You know why, Dre? You know why?
Why?
Because he's better than you.
And you know it.
And you know it.
You know what? I need that
Sammy
t-shirt
with a
in my
super
life.
kick.
Huh?
I need
J
that
Pop
t-shirt.
Sammy with a super kick.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know what though, Dre? I gotta agree with you. After all this tonight, you made your amends. If he drops that shit in the trash where it belongs,
That'd be the greatest thing ever.
because AEW is WCW 2.0.
No, it's not even that. With Jeff Jarrett now, it's Impact Wrestling
It's gonna fall apart. Yeah, they fucked up by getting
I
him.
love when the crowd chants, "Impact sucks, Impact sucks," and Jeff
Hey.
Jarrett just looks at the camera like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And
They
Joe,
get-
you know, interesting.
They should have
That
never put him on camera. Get his ass to the back. Get him the fuck out of there.
You know what his job is, right? He has an office job. He is the head of live events.
the
was
same
gonna
job
say-
he had with
Same
WWE
job he
when
has
he
with
got
Triple
fired.
H.
I was gonna say simply blow.
You know, it's
Oh,
interesting, Joe, that you mentioned the WCW 2.0. I believe that was the exact phrasing I used on our way to that wrestling convention.
Yeah.
That was how I will have viewed at the time AEW. Now that's probably what, 6 months ago.
Yeah, and I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt because, like I said, when they were in the pandemic mode with nobody in the audience, they made wrestling entertaining. They put all of their superstars
What,
first.
all the teleporting and the
They
guys
put,
on golf
they
carts.
put
and-
Darby Allin, Dante Martin, MJF, Britt Baker,
MJF wasn't on TV that often back then.
the Dark Order. They put all of them first. Now it seems like they put all of the WWE former guys first,
Find
and
it
then on the
interesting.
back burner the original AEW people, with the
Ooh.
exception
Oh.
of Miro and all those guys
yeah, Miro.
who seem to get
fucked.
fucked a lot.
I'm going to be
Miro
honest,
actually
though. I don't think Miro's that talented anyway.
Miro
He's
should
a
be
weird-
on TV at least.
He has a look that you can market.
He's got a look, but you know, he has
Let's
zero
face
charisma.
Let's face it, he left WWE
Oh!
to get
Nice.
He left-
Pop
he
a power
left
bomb. Let's
WWE
go. Let's go, baby. Kevin, get him. Stunner.
he left WWE to get more fucking TV time
Oh,
and he hasn't got
Sammy,
it.
stop him!
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin's gonna lose his shit.
I must be
Kevin.
ahead of both of you because I saw that a few minutes ago.
yeah, you are. I'm the last one.
I
I'm
don't
the
know how
last
you
one.
are. I'm on the cock.
Yeah, I saw that like at least 30 seconds ago.
Look at that face.
And now Kevin Owens is getting up looking at him.
Gonna
He
kill him.
gonna fuck him up.
Yep. He is
KO,
gonna beat
just
the brakes
KO,
off of him.
beat the taste Oh my God.
They're both gonna kick fucking Roman Reigns right now. Watch. Oh my goodness.
Sammy Uso.
Come on, Sammy. Do the right thing. You're not an Uso.
He's my family.
That's your family.
Oh wait. They're gonna super kick the other. Wait. Here we go. Wait. Let's do it. We set it up. Let's set it up.
Shot.
Oh.
Shot.
Oh.
Shot. Oh my word.
Right in the yam bag.
Now he's feeling bad about it.
Right in the yam bag.
Family.
Oh, but now he's regretting it. You see that?
He got him right in the yam bags.
Yeah, but now he's regretting it. Why'd I do that?
Haluva kick.
This is story right here, people.
Set up your
this is
haluva
fucking
kick.
Story.
Well, Scott said it. We got to have it go to Romania to get him for the belts. So
yeah,
we gotta have a bunch. We gotta have a
slow and steady win the race.
Yep. Like it's going to be literally the implosion of the bloodline angle that night.
Yeah, man would have had this shit ended in August. You got to let this shit slow.
No, he would have had this shit end tonight.
Yeah, it would have been over tonight.
This would have been the end of it.
Haluva kick. Oh my goodness. Haluva kick. And he holds Kevin Owens.
Wow, he broke his nose. He broke his nose. Look at Kevin's face, dude. That boot hit him flush in the nose. His nose is busted.
Has to be.
Look at his nose. It's all fucked up. He broke it. That haluva kick broke his nose. God. Don't show Kevin's face. He broke his nose.
And that extends the damn storyline because now
I told you it wasn't end tonight.
Oh yeah, you can't end it
planting
tonight.
the seeds. Planting the seeds. They can let that shit be.
I love it. Now that's storytelling. Tony Khan, pay attention, buddy.
I know, Tony.
Tony, I know you ain't watching. I know you ain't watching, but
he's watching. He certainly watching.
He would.
Oh, he's a mark. He's a total mark. He's not even a smart mark. He's a shitty booker and I look, as much as I love AEW.
I mean, if he's watching this podcast, if he's watching this, which I know he ain't.
No.
Pay attention, Tony.
Tony Khan, I'm gonna reach out to you on social media. I'm gonna blow up your social media till you decide to come on our show and let the three of us interview you. Because guess what? You say you can't get asked the hard questions. Ariel Helwani, Barstool Wrestling has asked you. Everybody says that you are bad at interviewing. Prove us wrong. Come on our show.
I watched that interview, and he evaded every question like a pussy. If you're not a pussy, come on our show.
That's right. Because look, you got a guy who used to watch it and doesn't anymore, a guy who has supported you, and a guy who has not liked you from day one. So you got three different viewpoints. You a chance.
Yes.
They're not showing Kevin's face. I'm telling you, he broke his nose. With
that. So loud, look.
100%.
Is Jey Uso now a believer? Yes. This extends the story.
Well, we have to set it up. We have to do this like a good movie. We got to get in the driver's seat to be like, oh, we're all family now, and then he's gonna do.
They did the right thing. They did the right thing. This was a good pay-per-view.
This was a good finish. I have to admit, minus the stupid botch of a title win for Theory, this was good.
I don't even know if that was a botch because we'll see. You know, they had to make it up to him somehow because they made him look like a total ass when he cashed in on an open challenge. Let's be honest. On a mid-card belt.
They made good on it, though. I mean, look, they gave him an opportunity to change direction.
We are going to stay online for a few more minutes after this is over to give our final thoughts. So stay tuned, people.
Oh wait! I want to see the haluva kick in the corner because if they show that shit, you're going to see his nose get fucking broken.
There it is. Oh.
No, they're not showing it because they know his nose is broken for real.
They just showed it. They just showed it.
Bam!
They showed it.
Look at the fucking nose. It's on the left side of his face. His nose is completely on the left side of his face.
He'll be wearing a mask next week like fucking the guy from the Lakers back in the day.
On Monday. Don't see him on Monday, folks. And if you do, he's wearing a mask.
He's gonna be wearing a Natalia mask. So they had to do this to prove to Jay that Sammy is part of the family.
100%.
And now it's time to do the turn at the Royal Rumble.
No, not the Rumble. The Rumble will be the
No.
turn. Elimination Chamber.
You think
It'll
so?
be the February pay-per-view because they'll do the 2-month build to the April WrestleMania show.
Yeah, because you have to have at least a few matches where, his nose is fucked up.
I don't know, man. You know what?
Yo, the conference
I
live.
acknowledge you, Roman Reigns.
I
Should
can't
we stay on for the press conference?
There's no press conference. Remember, they don't do a media scrum. We're the media scrum.
No.
So what's your,
it just said at the bottom, press conference up next.
it did say it. Yeah. You
I'm
might not get that. You might not get that on the Wink the Eye channel, but
exactly on the channel I'm watching, it doesn't have that option. But we can
on the wink wink nod station.
Exactly. We will gladly stay on though.
So we can stay on for this if you like. But what in the meantime, from what you've seen so far, what's your final thoughts, Dre? Since this is your show, what do you think?
I'm gonna say I think overall, I think it was a solid start with low botches. I think the build for the matches were good. I think the vignettes were a little bit too much. We didn't need to keep seeing all these vignettes for guys that are injured that we know about, like Lesnar. We don't really care about. Cody we do. So a Cody vignette was good. I think 1 or 2 of those sprinkled in would be nice. Not 4 or 5 of them what we got. We could have done without the Shotzi and the Ronda Rousey match.
That should have been a pre-show match.
That could have been easily a pre-show match. Do I think the best match of the night? I mean, I'm probably going to give it to the men's and women's. That's a tie. I think both their War Games matches were great. I think story-wise, though, the men's is continuing on a better story path because of what we're seeing and what we all want to see. Sorry, Kevin, your nose is broken. Damn, I wish I could unsee that because I've broken my nose twice.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking like everything like you said. Ronda Rousey could have been a fucking pre-show. Could have been. It's a shame to say, but not because of her, because of Shotzi.
I think honestly, it feels like it's because of her. Her mic work is absolutely terrible. Her in-ring work is good, not great.
I still think she needs like Paul Heyman to be her manager. As
that's been in the talks, and I would love Heyman to just step in and take her on.
Yeah. But as far as storyline wise, the men.
Oh yeah, the bloodline, no way. Because Trinity fought too. If he's gonna take any woman on, it's gonna be
Trinity.
Yeah,
and they could use it.
Yeah, but storyline wise, the men's took the night. But as far as like pure entertainment, the women's War Games took the night.
Women's War Games, it definitely wins on that one.
What about you, Scott?
Overall rating, 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I give about 3.5, 5, 3.5, 4. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta think that look, for me, I think it was a match that we talked through. Like we didn't really focus on it a lot, but that triple threat match ended up being really good.
It was. I was watching it out of the corner of my eye, but you're right. It was a good. I think that and the AJ and Finn match were matches people didn't really care about, but they were good matches.
Yeah, look, there was only one match I really could shit on, and that was Ronda and Shotzi. I mean, I didn't have any.
We all agreed on it. We're dropping a point because it was one that we liked.
No,
I
it's just
I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I was waiting for Edge to come out during that Finn Balor match, but it didn't happen, so I didn't say anything.
He's
I was waiting for that.
He's doing the Disney Plus Percy Jackson right now.
Yeah, he won't be back until probably the Rumble. Maybe.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, if it's gonna happen, he would probably come back. But I didn't want to say anything, and I was like, it probably won't happen. But I was thinking outside the box, like maybe you never know with these guys.
I do agree with you, Joe, that we could have, and Scott, I know you might have mentioned it too earlier. We could have done with a Sasha Banks something with Sasha coming out. We were in her hometown.
You know,
that's like coming to North Carolina and not having Charlotte Flair pop out.
Well, it's like hometown plus like another revolutionary match in women's wrestling happening.
You know, and it was her former tag team partner losing in the War Games. Like there was a lot of missed opportunity.
So I don't think she'll come back to the Royal Rumble now. Honestly, if she does come back, it'll be Royal Rumble.
If she does, because a lot of people are saying it's still contract negotiations that are what's holding her up. That she's not coming back because of money. And I'm like, no offense, what money are you thinking that you left on the table, Sasha? Like WWE don't need you. They got Becky, they got Charlotte, they got Ronda.
Yeah,
there's money that they have that they're spending.
As much as I like Sasha, I wouldn't break the bank over her.
No.
At this point, I mean, like, look, you go to AEW and you're gonna be on fucking Dark. So you want that, or do you want to come to WWE? Period.
Exactly.
And that's the other side of the coin, though. Like, think about this. When we talk about pops, right? We've mentioned that the biggest pop you've seen recently last year, CM Punk, when he came back, biggest pop ever. Stone Cold Steve Austin Mania comes back, huge pop, great pop.
Cody, good pop.
Cody, great. I think he had a great pop. I think better than good.
Not excellent
pop, but it was because it was expected. I think we all knew it was happening. I think WWE did it like Vince played it really shitty. Like, oh, we don't know if he's gonna come back, but for every week, everybody was talking about it. You know?
All right.
Worst kept secret.
Here's the thing. I've told Scott this before. Here's the thing. When you are in WWE and you are known as, for example, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Aleister Black, let's say Rusev, Cesaro, the list goes on. Let's face it. When you go to AEW, yes, they know your face. But when you show up as Claudio Castagnoli, is that as big as Cesaro? No. If you show up as Mercedes, is that as big as Sasha Banks? No. If you show up as Saraya and not Paige, is that as big? Absolutely not. There's a brand that the WWE puts on people that makes them big superstar names. And when they go to AEW, when they cannot use that name anymore, it's not the same. It's lackluster at best.
Right.
Period.
Do you think that that's a benefit or a curse, though? Because
I think it's a curse.
The flip side of it, CM
it's a
Punk
curse for AEW.
His name. Brian Danielson was able to retain his name. You know,
Brian Danielson he was Daniel Bryan in WWE, which is not much different. Brian Danielson is his real name, whatever.
But he took on the subtitle, the American Dragon.
But when you turn on AEW and you have him come out, are they not doing yes, yes, yes?
Yeah, they don't do it now as much because of the Blackpool Combat Club.
But they're dead now because of what happened last week, pretty much.
And that's another thing too. Like, do you think that because WWE has to come off of AEW's big show, Full Gear, where Regal does the turn on Mox, and MJF becomes world champ? Do you think that caused us to get them to further this storyline? Like Scott said, that I 100% agree that they're going to ride this train to Mania, that you're going to have the Bloodline basically take their break off. And that'll be their face turn when they return, when they go off TV for a little bit. People will see them away. Roman won't be around.
Yeah.
You know,
but continuing from where I was. Okay. So let's just say there's an exemption So another name that I'm going to throw at you before I tell you my two exceptions is so Roman Reigns. If he goes to AEW someday, he'll use Joe and Noi. Is that as big as Roman Reigns? Absolutely fucking not. The only two exceptions I
don't see him going anywhere. I think he retired right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I get you.
If The Rock ever goes to AEW, which I know won't happen, he'll be Dwayne Johnson. He'll be a pop. Everybody knows him because of the movies. That's different.
I think he owns The Rock now.
Steve Austin's another one. No matter where he goes, he's going to be Steve Williams, Stone Cold Steve Williams, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or just Steve Williams. They're going to know who he is. Anybody else, I don't give a fuck who you are. Becky Lynch, I don't even know her real name. I have to look it up. Paige, Saraya, none of them. Claudio, none of them are going to be ever as big as they were in WWE with the names they're using in AEW. And I could promise you that. None of them. Look at Miro. They know him as
Rebecca
Rusev.
Quinn.
Yeah. So if she goes to AEW as come into the ring, Rebecca Quinn. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I mean, look, and also keeping in mind, look, whenever they go somewhere else, they don't have the media machine behind them.
Yeah.
That you have in the WWE.
Exactly my point. Like you don't
have their own company. Remember,
worldwide brand.
Yeah, WWE has that. I forgot the company, the branding company that they brought on under Vince last year.
Yeah.
That literally all they focus on is branding their wrestlers, their superstars, because you got to remember AEW has their wrestlers, and then you have WWE as their superstars. So when you take a girl or a guy like Charlotte Flair, Charlotte will carry her name wherever she goes. Rick carries his name wherever he goes. Guys like someone like Samoa Joe.
Charlotte Flair would not.
Charlotte
Flair. They wouldn't call her Ashley. They're going to call her Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair is copyrighted by WWE. She would be Ashley Flair.
We don't know that.
No.
I'm pretty damn sure she would be.
She owns the brand of her name. She owns her own name. Like Big E. Like certain wrestlers have bought their own names because of the whole issue WWE had 2 years ago when they were doing those videos, and then WWE was like, "Well, you can't make third party money, so you can't be on Twitch." So all those wrestlers bought their own names and branded themselves to save themselves from the issue that Vince was like, "I want to just take money out your pocket." So So Charlotte wasn't
pretty hard to believe that McMahon would let them do that, but the even as far down as Selena Vega, if you get introduced to Selena Vega in AEW, you're gonna get a pop. If you get, and her name is pretty different and cool, being Trinidad and all that. So she might still get the pop, yeah.
But she's also the wife to Aleister Black, to Malachi.
Yeah. Right.
So if you did bring her in, there is a potential that you would put her with her husband.
So she might be another caveat. She might be another caveat where it would work. But as far as you're taking like somebody named Austin Theory and you're calling him, I don't know, what is his name? I don't even know his real name. Say it's Austin Johnson. Who knows? His name's not Theory. You're fucked.
Well, look at a guy like John Cena. Well, I'm going to use John Cena as a perfect example. John Cena is still John Cena when he does Peacemaker. John Cena is John Cena in WWE.
Yeah.
AEW mentions John Cena. It's still John Cena. It's not Adam Copeland when you talk about Edge. It's Edge.
Yeah.
So to me, do I think
that's another good example right there? That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Edge. Like if you introduce him in AEW as Adam Copeland and he's the tag team partner of Christian Cage, that's very that's terrible.
Right.
Well, again, Christian doesn't go under Christian anymore because that's WWE owns Christian, but
Yeah.
Christian Cage, he owned that for the independents.
Christian
Now, if you
Cage
go to-
just sounds very Impact to me, which just sounds terrible too.
which
Every
is
time I
why
hear that.
you know. But I got to give, like
So-
Cornette said, he's elevation talent though. He's that guy that can elevate
Yeah.
the person he wrestles with.
Yeah.
You know,
And
minus
that-
an injury.
like AEW brought in like Big Show and Mark Henry and all these slew of older wrestlers to help them out, but they haven't really done shit because I mean I don't see any results.
Okay, well, Mark Henry is I love Mark Henry, but he's terrible as talking on the mic. He's terrible.
I
He
can't
should
even
be
listen to him on. I stopped listening to Busted Open for him and Tommy Dreamer. I can't hear them guys talk. They're monotone. They put me to sleep. I can't fall asleep at work.
Exactly.
I can't afford it. So I'm done with those. I can't even
No,
do
that's
it.
what I said. Like with someone like Big Show, he just got back from hip replacement, so that's why he hasn't been around because he just got his hip replacement surgery.
Well, and look, let's be honest. He's now captain.
Okay, can I actually wait? I
Tony
do have to admit, I do have to go back there, folks. I'm going to add this to my Mount Rushmore of tag teams. I would put the Acclaimed on there. The Acclaimed are I love them. They are like a modern day New Age Outlaws for me.
So let me ask you this: I just saw him on one of them on here, the Acolytes.
What?
Or do you like Doom better with Butch Reed and Ron Simmons?
Or the Twin Towers, Mark what was it? Mark Callis and Kane.
Mean Mark Callis and Danny Spivey were the Twin Towers.
Oh, sorry, Danny Spivey. That's my bad.
Yeah, but Doom with Butch Reed and Ron Simmons, I love those guys. And they were African American first tag team champions before Harlem Heat, if I remember correctly. And they had black masks on. Yeah. So if you're going back further than that, I always love Ron Simmons. I don't care what he portrayed on TV. Farouk, any of them, he's always been very, very good in my eyes. Butch Reed also
one of the top 10 wrestlers of all time, I think.
Yeah.
For what he did and what he did for the business.
I love him. I absolutely love that guy.
But see, at the same time, I got to give credit to like someone like Rocky Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, because
no, you're right.
Yeah. Overseas and then showed. But then you look at guys like Antonio Inoki and see, I don't really go with Inoki and I should, you know, like say, man, because he's the one that created from All Japan to New Japan. He separated the brands. Honestly, if I'm going to pick anybody out of New Japan Pro Wrestling that's going to probably ever be on a Mount Rushmore or be on like a top, Jushin Liger. The guy still wrestled until he retired last year.
Yeah.
He was 57 years old.
Look at the Great Muta.
Great Muta is finally retiring in his last
He's wrestling Shinsuke Nakamura, and WWE is letting him do that, which is fucking unreal.
He just wrestled. They said at Super Tag League this morning. They said that he just wrestled last night against what was it? Hanare, and Muta had a match last night at Tokyo Dome, and that obviously Muta got over, but it was like Muta. They said didn't miss a step, and Hanare is like what, half his age?
Yeah,
Hanare's like 35, and Muta's like in his mid 60s, early 70s, and they were like Hanare and Muta did a really good job, and I was like, oh crap, like all right, let's go.
I mean, just like the when they used to say these moves are being performed by highly trained professional athletes back in the day. It's true. I mean these guys. I mean, Ric Flair at 80 years old can do more than I can do at 49. To be honest with you,
bro. Let's not even talk. Did you ever watch that? Did you watch that Flair last match?
I'm just saying. He did more than I could do probably in that ring.
Most of the night.
I watched that match, and that match was Andrade. I give it to Andrade, his son-in-law, for carrying that match.
Yeah, for sure. But
he had to. But Jarrett.
Should we even get in the ring at our age at that point and perform at all? Probably not.
Ricky Morton.
Yes.
He still wrestles with his son.
And Robert Gibson. Yes, both of
And
them.
Robert Gibson.
Yeah.
They wrestle here. They just wrestled here a couple months ago for against FTR.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carolina boys.
Yeah. I mean, I got to give it to them. You know what? It's yes, it's predetermined. Yes, it's rehearsed. But these guys put 100% out, and they've been entertaining me for 40 some odd years, and
Keep it going.
with the exception of the attitude, of the ruthless aggression era here and there. But
so can we
I
agree
gotta
we
give
need
it
to
to
do
him.
a show about that with Joe? Like me and Scott have to have an intervention with you about the what was it, the attitude era, like kind of coming off of it into ruthless aggression, because
But wait,
I feel like ruthless aggression, you would love it.
well, I
if
did go back and
you-
watch it. I know what it is. I did go
No,
back.
I know you said that, but I feel like if we cherry picked matches, like I think me and
Yes.
Scott need to go cherry pick some matches for you that I like, not just watch it as a whole, but if we were to say like over the 20-year period of ruthless aggression, these are the top 5 matches you need to see.
Yes.
I think that would define the era better for you, because ruthless aggression from Attitude, everybody knows in Attitude era you need to see Stone Cold versus The Rock. You all need
Yeah.
to see DX versus the Ministry. You need to see, Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. There were so many key iconic matches. The Montreal Screwjob. I mean, there are so many.
But do you think it was better than the
Evening here at the
Attitude
TV
era?
Lost.
Do I think what was better than the Attitude Era?
The ruthless aggression era?
I don't
think they
think
were
it was
different.
better. I think it was different, and I
Yeah.
think it was the birth of what wrestling needed. It was a rebirth period, because remember, before the Attitude Era, WWE went through something very similar, because when you had Shawn Michaels what was it? He got hurt, and you had Mo from Men on a Mission as the tag team champion and the heavyweight champion. The Mounties were like the number 1 over tag team champions. Bret Hart was out. Undertaker was injured. You didn't have Kane. You didn't have Mankind. So there was like this brief period of where WWE was controlled
Accompanied
before.
by a wise
you know-
man, Paul Heyman. He is the honorary Oos.
Who's talking? Is that Edge? Is that Edge? 'Cause that guy sounded
Do we have
just
a
like
special
Edge.
guest?
Say what?
Do we have
That
a
sounded
special
like Edge
guest?
that was talking. That was cool.
I had turned
Oh,
on the laptop. I turned on the press conference.
Nice.
See, for me, like, I don't know. I like, you put Edge and Christian, TLC with the Hardys, and I mean, I don't know. Just not a better time in wrestling from like 2002 prior, all the way up into probably my favorite night ever was the simulcast when Shane McMahon bought WCW, supposedly. I mean, I watched that live, and I was actually, I don't even know how to explain what I was going through that night, because here's Shane McMahon on Nitro, Sting and Flair in the ring, and here's McMahon on Raw, and they're on the same broadcast together, and he's buying them out the same night. For me, it was a compilation of like all these years of watching everything that I've watched, and now it's all encumbered into one. And at that point, I just felt like I'm done, man. This is it. Like, I'm watching a lot. I did watch as they tried to integrate WCW and ECW into WWE. It never really worked out really well. What I would have done differently is, instead of going Raw SmackDown, I would have went WWE versus WCW and made 2 different shows. And I think that would have worked a lot better than Raw SmackDown. But it was a compilation for me for years and years and years of watching. Like, wow, like this show bought Turner Broadcasting out. That's how big they are. So for me, there's nothing else they could have done that could have beat that. And I still don't think they could have. So that's why I kind of gave up on it for a little while there after, a few more years, because I'm thinking there's nothing they're going to do that's going to top this. This is what I've been waiting for.
So, Scott, would you be, and Joe, this goes obviously to you too, since it's your podcast. Would you guys be wanting to do? I feel like we should do this. Like, we should have like an episode of your show on your channel. Obviously,
Uh-huh.
we come through and we pick the 5 best matches of,
And do a watch along.
and we could do a watch along.
Five best matches of all time.
Of no. 5 best matches of ruthless aggression.
Yep. And then we'll cap it, because I believe, if I remember correctly, there was a 1 hour like ruthless aggression doc on WWE Network. I want to find it,
Yep.
and that even highlighted some of the best. I love it. Dre, we probably should chat, and unbeknownst to Joe, you and I'll pick the 5.
Oh, of course.
And then
we cannot tell. You will not. Do not ask us what they are before then.
We're not going to tell you.
I
We
won't.
won't tell you till the show starts.
But I've
And
probably seen them because I watched them all over
Oh, yeah,
and
you,
over
probably
time.
have.
you probably have, but we're gonna pick them in order of the like 5 being like, hey, you should watch this one because it's that. But number 1 of that, the defined ruthless aggression.
I'll do you one better. I'll pick 5 matches that are better than any one of those matches.
But that's not the bit.
No, that's not the bit. The bit is that
You're
we're
scared.
the 2 of us are trying to tell you because you didn't like the era.
And
we
I'm trying to
understand
tell
why.
you that anything I pick can trump
Oh.
anything in that fucking era.
That's
Trust
a
me.
different show.
That's the
Make that a different. We can make that a different show.
Different show.
So
Different
the point
night,
of this
different-
is,
A different night. Listen, we got to keep. We want to get you guys. We want to get traffic to the show. So obviously, get
Well,
traffic to the show. We
so
got.
what's the point of this show? To make me feel like I haven't watched these fucking wrestling matches or what?
No,
No,
it's
we
one-
want to look at them through fresh eyes.
exactly. We want you to see him through our lenses. We're
I'm
gonna
open
make
for
you 3D glasses.
I'm open for anything, man. I'm open for anything.
Exactly, and honestly,
That's your sex
I
tape.
would not mind if you did it to me. If you're like, hey Dre, these are the 5 matches I think you need to see, because I know that there's matches I thought were probably really shitty.
I accept the challenge. Hey,
All right.
if you could open my eyes to something that I haven't seen, or you think I haven't seen, or you think is better than what I've seen, I accept it.
I love it.
Talking
because
nerdy,
you're the
Every
perfect
other
wrestling fan.
Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'm any day you want.
All right. Well, we'll
Yeah,
maybe
me and
we'll
Scott
do
will
that
talk
as
about
a-
it. Scott,
yeah,
I'm gonna
we'll-
give you
we'll
my
talk
number.
about
We're gonna text about it so we can
Yeah.
because I got ideas already. Like I
Yep.
got stuff flowing, and I can tell you got it too. I can see your face.
Yep.
Like you're like,
There's- There's already like
Always looks like that.
that one.
Especially
and
on
there's
pizza
that
bread
one.
day.
Oh,
what'd you
God.
say?
He's
I
going
said
back
his
to
face always looks like that, especially on pizza bread day.
why are you saying that? Because I'm fat?
No, because we like
At all.
pizza bread.
Are you fat
We're
shaming me right now in front
We
of all
were
of
both,
them?
we were both thin back then.
Listen.
So
I was
let's
a
be
lean
candid. I've never
160 when I was in high school, and then I became big, and then I got skinny again, and
Yep.
then I got big, and I got skinny, and now I'm big. And you know what? I'm 235, 240, and I'm happy at 6'1".
Yo, let's just leave it at where it is.
Exactly. If I lose the weight, great. If I
I
gain
don't
more,
care
that's
either.
a problem.
But look,
Yeah,
you know,
me
I'm at that point in my age now, though. When I drop a ton of weight like that, my skin looks like a Shar-Pei puppy. So I'm trying not to do
Yeah,
shit. You know?
yeah, when you get like this, the little flabs. Yeah, I know.
You know, literally,
Yeah,
it's like
I like that.
when you take like the silly putty out and I'm putting it on cartoons.
Exactly. Like, come
Um,
over here. Let me show you something.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good analogy. I like that, Scott.
Yeah, what can I say?
And plus the dynamic works. That's the other reason why I love it too.
Yep.
And I hope you guys, like I said, this has been the first time we're doing this, and we're only going to be doing it for the big 4 shows, folks.
Yes.
So Survivor Series, Rumble, Mania. Now Mania is going to be 2 nights.
Now Mania might be a little different because we usually watch that in the same household.
So you might have it'll be just one. It'll be two screens.
Yeah, it'll be two screens with two ugly faces on. Yeah.
So it won't be a 3-screener.
Well, one ugly face and then me.
And so I want you guys to get that. And if you guys like this sort of stuff that we're doing, and you like that we're talking about wrestling, you all know back a couple of years ago, your boy was a part of a wrestling podcast called Outside Interference. So I used to do that. I don't want to ever bring it back because that was not my idea. But I do love talking with fellow friends about wrestling. And these two
that's a good name for it, yeah.
That's what we call. That's what we used to call our show. Outside. It was OSI.
That's a really good name. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you I'm old school, man. I've been on YouTube a long time. So go ahead.
So it's getting late.
Exactly. We're getting on that time.
It's about that time. It's about that time to put some shameless plugs in.
So please.
So Dre.
Go ahead.
Dre, where are you going to be at tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.?
Oh, my goodness. I don't know about that. I'm going to be watching two of my great friends and brothers, EC Collecting and JFC Collects, for their talks on Sunday at 9 a.m. Their coffee talks. It's not called coffee talks. I'm old and tired, but it's at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I always.
It is called that effing figures.
And you know what's funny? It does effing figures that I would forget.
It does effing figure. And then not only that, this week I got this tonight, I got that tomorrow, and then Tuesday I got Talking Nerdy at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with my boy right there, my friend to the end, my ace in the hole, my friend since we were fucking 10.
His heterosexual life mate.
Yep, there it is.
Even though he hates me, I don't give a fuck. My co-host, his co-host, I am, whatever. Talking Nerdy, 7 p.m. Tuesday. And we'll have a few surprises to talk about. We'll talk about Thanksgiving. We'll talk about my Black Friday hunt. We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about whatever the fuck the people in the chat want to talk about. And
we'll talk a little bit about the convention Joe and I went to, the Comic-Con in Baltimore, or in Bel Air, a couple of weeks ago, and I want to talk a little bit about the new Wednesday Adam show on Netflix. Finished it yesterday.
I need to watch that.
Yes, definitely a must watch. But look, we'll talk a little bit about it on Tuesday night. Gives you a couple of days maybe to get a couple of episodes in, and we can chit chat. I have some.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's Wednesday it's the Wednesday show on Netflix. Tim Burton did it, so definitely worth a watch. Only 8 episodes, are about 40 minutes apiece. But we'll talk a little bit about it, and we'll definitely talk about tonight a little bit. Look, before we call it a night, just real quick, what was better, Survivor Series or All Gear?
Ooh.
Or what?
Full Gear or Survivor Series? I'm gonna say only one match I really cared about on Full Gear, which was MJF versus Mox. I'm gonna say Survivor Series wins it out, and that's a lot for me to say that. So Survivor Series.
As a WWE guy, you know which way I'm going. It's got to be tonight.
Yeah.
Not only for the matches that I watched, but just to be hanging with you two, doing this was a pleasure.
This was good. It was our first try.
Too sweet. I love it. I love that you guys got to meet each other. I feel like everything.
I got a new friend, folks. That's what's awesome. I got another new friend, which makes me happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, this is it for me. So I don't even know what time it is. 11:47, and I got to be on air at 9 a.m. tomorrow on That FM Figures.
You need your beauty sleep.
On 8:30 because we got to talk about the show beforehand, and don't miss out. Another cheap plug for That FM Figures tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern.
Do you guys have a guest?
We don't, but we have a few guests planned, and we got to set the dates for those. But there's some some good ones coming up. I know OG Geek has agreed to come on. I know.
Got him. Wow. I've been trying to get that guy for a year and a half.
Yeah, OG Geek and me and OG Geek have been talking probably for about 8 months about different things. He's helped me a lot, and He's agreed to come on, and also what's poppin'?
Yep.
Seth.
good.
He's agreed to come on, and we got a couple other surprises. Yukon Phil's about to come on eventually. So
Nice.
yeah, we got a few guys coming on that I respect a whole hell of a lot in the toy community. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, my
But
man.
All right. Well, guys, this was a lot of fun for me. Definitely, you kind of got to look into what it's like to hang out with Joe during a wrestling show. This is normally going on via text message or Facebook chat. So, but look, check us out Tuesday night. Come and hang out, and hopefully we'll do a lot more of this in the future. And like Dre said, if you guys like this, look, maybe we make maybe if this gets to be a thing, it becomes a wrestling pod.
yeah,
I think we need to. Hey, folks, you know what? I'm gonna be bold because that's how my nature is, and I'm gonna go big because 2023 is gonna be a big year for this channel, for all my friends that I support. How about you guys see us in 2023 become a wrestling pod, a weekly wrestling pod? I want to not challenge guys like Jim Cornette, but there are shitty podcasts out there that tell you guys bullshit. We'll give you the fucking straight answers you want every week. You put down in the comments below if you want to see us, and we will come up with a kick-ass name for it. So let us know.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
It's a ton of fun.
I'm always ready for another challenge, man. I'm ready for whatever it is in 2023. I've come a long way this year, man.
I'm proud of you, brother, and I'm seeing it grow. That's all I'm seeing is the growth.
I owe a lot to this man right here, Dre, and a bunch of other people that have been supporting me. So I can't wait to what happens next year. So we'll see. Yeah, let's do that. I'm all in.
All right, folks, you heard it here. The start of a new podcast, January 2023. Me and Scott and Joe are going to come up with dates and a name. Tune in and check it out when we got the name on there, and you're going to be watching it because it's going to be wrestling, and it's not just wrestling; it's wrestling. We're going to be talking about everything.
Yep, we're going to go way back in the cave. We're going to hit we'll hit everything. World class, old AWA, all the way up through the modern stuff, and we'll make Joe.
WWF. Oh my goodness, there's too many W's in that.
Way too many W's.
Yeah, WWF.
Exactly. So
WCW,
guys,
NWA.
I'm gonna tell you this: I've never had this much fun doing something like this in a long time. It's our first time doing it. You've seen nothing but great bonds of brotherhood. Tune in tomorrow for that effing figures with my two boys, EC Collects and JMC Collects.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. And
Eastern.
obviously, we had a great time. We love you guys. Take it easy. From me, JMC and Scott, peace out. Survivor Series War Games was the shit. We'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya. See ya. War Games.
War